Hello, friends and foes, fays and fiends, and welcome to Quests and Chaos. My name is Alondra Heilman, aka Lady Bedivere, and tonight I return yet again as your heist handler for Keys from the Golden Vault as we conclude our level 9 adventure, Affair on the Concordant Express. But before we begin, and I put on all of my jewelry that I just discovered in my pocket that was going to drive me nuts if I didn't deal with it now, as always, we are sponsored by the Deck of Inspiration! You can get your own copy of the Deck of Inspiration to spice up and or punish your players at shop.questandchaos.com. We've got it for all levels, as well as the sorely underused DUI Deck of Uninspiration, which I should have been using a lot more throughout this entire module. Speaking of the Deck of Inspiration, we have, I believe, 7 cards left amongst the players from our last couple of weeks. I believe some of those have already been claimed and distributed by characters. If you do not already have one, like, in holding, grab the one you want. You will also see, if you've been watching, that we currently only have 4 players at the table tonight. Unfortunately, Cheryl is ill and is not with us in person, but is with us in our hearts and also in the chat and also in my DMs. So Gemma will still be participating to whatever degree is necessary. She might decide to throw herself off this train, depending on the choices everybody makes. Who knows? Our tavern upkeep is at like 67% or something like that. I did not do the math. That sounds about right. But it looks like we do have some incoming bits as usual. So I will distribute those really quick if I can get them out of the box. First of all, we have 500 bits from Encore Vivant, our beloved Cheryl, for you guys.
Yay! Thank you.
We also have 500 bits from Duke Fleeg, thank you, Your Grace, for the players.
Oh, yeah. Woohoo. Thank you.
And,
I'm not used to those being delivered without malice. It throws me off.
What?
You mean the arc of my narration or the trajectory of my throw?
The trajectory of the throw.
Oh, right.
Yeah,
Got it.
After my great shame in getting the perfect cup shot on the first episode of this module, I have been aiming high ever since to try to not repeat that error.
You mean
I was just
that
talking
delightful
about-
It was
glory.
amazing.
It was
I don't know
good
what you
because
mean.
I wasn't aiming. That's why it was perfect.
Ezra Ames, that's what I'm
I know. And I very specifically do not, because that's gross, y'all. You know what isn't gross? This recap.
Yeah.
Last week, the party boarded the Concordant Express and began the search for the Stranger, the mysterious convict who holds the true names that they have been tasked to gather for the Golden Vault. In their exploration of this interplanar traveling train, they encountered a car which dispensed a history of the planes, an aquarium, and Devin got arrested for attempting to traverse the top of the train. After losing Devin to prison, the rest of the party entered a car where Modrons performed the Great Calculation, and then a passenger car where they incidentally stumbled into a murder investigation overseen by an Elithid detective. The murder investigation quickly turned into additional attempted murder when the passenger priest was revealed to be an assassin from Steel, a rival gang. As every gang is a rival to the Golden Vault in this world, it seems. No further information about that assassin was gleaned. However, the party swiftly dispatched him in spite of 2 closed-quarter fireballs, and now have successfully made their way into the jail car, where Devin seems to have made friends? ? With the flame-winged guard. And that is where we are now. As you make your way between the cars into this prison car, being waved in by this huge, ripped, flame-winged guard, you see a flock of flying tigers whiz past the side of the train because we just got a raid from the Tipsy Tiger.
Oh, wow.
Thank you all for joining us.
That's great.
Where's that deck of uninspiration?
I got it right here. Is it time? Do we start this early?
I don't know if it can.
Why not? not.
Oh, I can.
Oh, boy.
I even have some of these already flipped over, which means that I had pre-pulled them to specifically make you guys suffer.
Stacking the deck.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, we haven't pulled a good deck of inspiration in a long time.
Thomas, it's your
It's your
punishment.
fault.
You choose.
Right. You're right.
There you go.
And for those of you just joining us, you can get your own copy of the deck of Uninspiration at shop.questandchaos.com.
Yes.
A deer carcass. A freshly field-dressed deer carcass appears.
You look at these beautiful, majestic winged tigers flying past the interplanar traveling train, and suddenly, boom! A dead deer lands on the platform in front of you.
Is this how you get meals in prison?
The guard continues waving, like come on in, quick.
We need that fireball.
Roasted deer.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Let me just
Stand by.
give us some indicators.
Stand by for the accent.
God.
Yeah.
We need that fireball.
There it is.
That's me. I'm in jail.
Oh my God.
Oh, you're in the cell. Yeah, that's right.
Wow. Them's are wings.
Yeah, they're not hidden. They're right there on display. Let me.
Oh boy.
I feel like this is slowly gonna go Mickey Mouse.
Slowly. I do have to double check that I put Devin in the correct cell. Yes, I did. Sometimes I write down notes. It's very rare, but it does happen. You all are waved into this car as this guard is saying, like, yeah, sounded like there was a ruckus. Sounded like there was a ruckus, and I don't know why the security measures haven't been activating. Is everybody? Man, you guys look a little bit roughed up. What happened? I'm trying to raise somebody on the alarm to figure out what's going on there. Which car were you in?
The passenger car?
There
No.
was a murder?
Yeah.
Oh, snap. Okay.
And I don't know what that.
I don't know what it was.
I don't know. This guy just like he was a priest and then he wasn't a priest
was
anymore and
not
then
a
he was
priest?
fired.
Yeah.
So
That's
Then he cast fireball twice.
oh
and-
my. That's not a good idea in an enclosed vehicle.
No.
We put him down.
We took care of him.
I mean, he mostly took care of himself because he kind of did the fireball without regard for his
Yeah.
own safety.
Yeah,
But,
no. Contrary to popular belief, you should, in fact, check the dimensions of the area in which you are casting. It,
Yeah.
severely affects
That's, like,
things.
big-
Truly didn't seem to care about that too much.
Yeah.
That's weird, man. Every wizard I've ever met, very into math.
Now that I think about it, we did find that thing on him, right? That said where he was from.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
I'm concerned that you might have a security issue on this here vehicle. Because he was from, and Taz flashes the card, Steel.
Dun, dun, dun. There's a musical stinger that resonates through the car.
Where did that come from?
Taz just has that happen when something dramatic. She needs an ambiance.
Taz has latent thaumaturgy. This is a new thing that I don't think we've talked about.
Oh, where did that come from?
Anyway, he turned into like a gray monster of sorts. It was
Kind of like a lizard-looking, frog-looking thing.
yeah.
You know what I should do is pull out some dice so that this guy can roll and see if he knows what you're talking about.
Does he know about danger?
Danger.
Demir.
I knew I'd forgotten something in my setup. I was like, I have too much space back here. It's because I don't have my dice bag of 4,000 math rocks.
And those things are not Underdark creatures.
They are not. I don't believe.
They're over dark.
I don't know what they are.
I mean, I know what they are. But...
I know nothing.
and then that.
I know nothing.
What is in your head?
I'm gonna guess Taz also doesn't know anything about this guy. She's like, I don't know, he's a frog, and then he was a frog, and then...
Sloan tried to know something last time, but definitely did not.
As I say, I'm sorry, I can't remember. Did you guys actually roll within game to know what creature
I
he
did,
was?
yeah.
Okay, that is what I thought.
And I did not do well.
And you did not do well.
I didn't, but I don't have enough information from the ramblings to even try.
I mean, you weren't there, so all
Yeah.
you've gotten is this exact moment of context.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. They're aberrations. And I'm going to say, just based on the context of what y'all saw, you can kind of be like, that feels right. I do not believe they are Underdark native or anything specific like that, though. Though you could encounter them in the Underdark, I suppose.
Yeah, so...
To
Aberrations do deep speech primarily.
Too bad you murdered him.
yep.
Oh,
He speech no more.
Yeah. If you've got to speak with dead and you want to go back, now's the time.
It's gonna be pretty crispy. Yeah, so that happened. We think he's a secret agent. He might be here to perhaps deal with some secret cargo you may have here. Is there anything of high value? Any prisoners of great importance that they might have been here?
You think?
is Devin in here?
You see that he was about to make a comment on cargo, but then as soon as you said maybe some prisoners, you see something kind of in his demeanor shift, and he sort of like steps back and straightens up a little bit. Very much like he's thinking, he's processing that information. And while I am processing that information to decide how he responds, we have more bits. I'm giving them all as they come in because you might need them. From our beloved Leanna, aka Ocean, we have 500 to Sloan.
Oh, wow, thank
500
you.
to Stuart.
Denied.
500 to the man.
500 on Gemma's behalf, which I'm going to throw at Christy because you're in the Cheryl seat.
Nice.
Fake Cheryl.
Fake Cheryl.
Thank you so much for all of your support and for trying to keep these poor morons alive, in spite of many fireballs.
Yay.
Yeah, he steps back, he straightens up, and he goes, "How do you know about prisoners?"
Oh, no, we were talking about...
Well,
You have
that
to
was a
not
generic.
me. I'm a baron.
Okay, that was just a guess based upon this. We are incidentally here because our friend wound up in prison, which alerted us to the fact that there were in fact
we did-
prisoners on this car.
Yeah, we did establish that your friend was sort of arrested on a formality.
Yeah. We didn't really know you could get arrested. I mean, you can get arrested anywhere, I suppose. But
Sometimes the Modron's programming gets really weird and they just arrest people for like arbitrary seeming things. This seemed like a legitimate issue that they had with finding him on the roof of the car. I personally don't think it really warrants arrest. I think that's sort of a like, don't do that again, escort back to the passenger car. But that's also because I kind of have more important things to do than deal with a lot of grumpy passengers getting locked up. Personal preference, just kind of throwing it out there. Well, that's deeply concerning. Can I take a look at that card?
hands it over.
Yeah.
See, we've had, well, a little bit of experience with these folks before. So
Have
if you know anything, maybe, I don't know.
I mean, the business card is really nice, which makes me presume they're like an official organization, but it's not anybody I've encountered before. Not specifically from this group. I mean, I've encountered other sort of organized crime groups on occasion. No, they don't normally take like legitimate train passage or even illegitimate train passage. I feel like most of those types like to travel in much less noticeable ways. You know, like a direct sort of teleport or a plane shift or something.
Yeah. Well, to be fair, was he not the one that blooped? Someone.
No, that was the Illithid. That was.
That was the inspector. Inspector Gadget.
It was the mind flayer.
Poirot. Ignatius Inkblot.
Oh, that guy. Yeah, he does that sometimes.
Oh, he's like
Just
here a lot.
Disappears?
So people.
Yeah, it's kind of one of his bag of tricks. He's very intelligent and he's really bad in a firefight. So if things look like they're getting really violent, he sometimes just sort of gets out of there.
Oh, not like a literal firefight.
When he's
I
riding,
mean, apparently it was a literal firefight.
It was a
in this
literal
case.
firefight.
when he's riding the train, how many people are murdered? Because I mean, he seemed really interested in solving that murder.
People are.
I'm just
Normally he's just riding the train as a passenger, but he's like a very famous detective who solved cases all across the plains. So
Have you heard of him before?
How just fortuitous that he was on a train.
goose egg to me.
Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe somebody should look
Coming up
into
zeros.
why so many murders happened around him.
I don't know that it's all just murders. Like he's also like there was that famous case of that like actress who was blackmailing like the royal elven family. There was the case of the like stolen the stolen like psionic gem that got returned. There was the one with the weird code that was made up of like weird little like dancing goblin figures, and it was actually like a whole secret language.
Nudging Gemma and telling her to take
Gemma
notes
is
on all of
absolutely
these
like,
things.
we should absolutely write this down. We should go find that guy and talk to that guy.
Okay.
Do you think he would give us an interview?
Probably. We could make a series of detective novels.
What if we have Petey try to get a hold of him? Do you think he has an agent? We have an
He
agent.
probably has an agent.
Maybe
Oh,
our
maybe
agent can
not.
talk to his agent.
Yeah, that's a good idea. Okay, all right. Writing it down.
Just saying, common denominator. Detective.
Yeah. Speaking of common, this train is super weird. Like,
I believe it.
I'm having a great time.
right, but I mean, like, what's the next car? I mean, if you don't mind me asking.
Next car's the engine.
Oh. Okay.
This is a weird train.
It is a weird train. I mean,
I mean, I don't really know anything about trains. I'm literally just hired muscle to help with, transporting, prisoners and or precious cargo, depending on if we've got the jail train or the cargo train or both.
Did you have to swim through the aquarium tank? I'm not to guess, but I feel like that might have been a little uncomfortable for you.
No, I boarded directly onto this train when the prisoners were loaded.
Ugh,
oh,
this train's weird.
Who do you have any real bad people in here? I mean, other than Devin.
is a very dangerous criminal. So dangerous, he needs to be locked up.
I mean, the little fucker in cell 1's just a pain in my ass, but he's not. I don't know if he's dangerous. He's just annoying as shit.
I know all about that.
That's what our Devin's for.
Is that Devin?
No, he's in cell 2. I refer to you
We all
to the
look
map.
at cell one. That's what I'm
Like,
getting.
see what number my cell is. Like,
Can I look in cell 1? I mean,
I mean, you can go take a peek. Careful in case he tries to rattle the glass and startle you or something. I don't know.
okay. I'm gonna go and look and see what's inside.
You go kind of take a peek. The little super narrow window kind of magically widens a little bit. You're guessing that because he said okay, like he has widened it kind of magically or whatever. You peek inside and you see. Hang on, I'm gonna make sure I describe the creature correctly. I grabbed the wrong mini for this, but that's okay. Representative. You see. Actually much taller than this, more like your guys' height. But you just see like a green-skinned, grumpy-looking creature with horns and wings who's kind of slumped on the little bench in the back corner. Just looking real pissy, and kind of glances up and kind of sees you and kind of mean mugs you a little bit as he sees you looking through the window.
What'd you do?
Fuck off!
And they arrested you for that?
You want to find out?
No.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Everything okay over there?
This guy's no. I mean, actually, he's just kind of mean and grumpy.
Oh.
He probably hasn't eaten recently.
The guard turns and goes, I literally just gave him it's the meal package. It's got the drink. It comes with the hot sandwich, the drink, and the bag of chips.
Well, that's way better service than we got.
Is there a dining
Can't even find the dining car.
Did I get one of those?
Are you passengers?
Yeah.
Which car are you in? There should be an order button, or you can ask your Modron valet to.
We didn't really get like directions on how this train works. We just kind of got hooked up with, tickets, and then we entered through the caboose.
Yeah.
And we've been accosted and yelled at basically all the way through the train.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, since it seems like the threat in the passenger car has been neutralized, I'm gonna call the conductor and see if he can escort you back to the passenger car, get you settled in, hook you up with your meal.
Well, there's a whole that's a murder scene, like an active murder scene. I would rather not.
They sometimes
go back
They'll
there.
they may put you into overflow. Sometimes they just shove the nerds out of that chalkboard car and like set up chairs in there for overflow passengers.
There was a lot of space in there. I mean, I would feel like, yes, we've solved something. I don't understand. I was confused about why. We don't know why the guy was murdered and the other guy just kind of flipped out. Can we this sounds weird. Can we just stay here, like in the secure area?
I mean, I can put you in a cell. I can't really let you just hang out in the prison car unattended with like actual prisoners currently in transport, but we've got a couple of empty cells. I can just pop you into one.
Lots of room in here.
Devin didn't really he's a fake prisoner, right? Like
he was formally arrested by the
You agreed with us. It was a light rules violation.
yes, but it was an official rules violation, and I don't want to be violating a rule by letting you in here. Why are you so interested in staying in this
Just
car?
climb on top of the car.
Because there was a murder in the car where there's supposed to be
But there are several other
people.
incredibly safe cars. There's, surely you passed through the planetarium. I think that's right next to the caboose. It's a lovely place. Some passengers spend their entire trip in the planetarium learning about the planes.
Do I look like I care about learning? My only love in life is lacrosse. Look, I know everything about lacrosse, and that's the only thing I need to know, other than I don't feel safe in the other car.
I need you to make me a persuasion check with disadvantage, because this guy is very suspicious of how eager you are to stay in the prison car.
It's not great. That's a 9.
He continues to look at you, and now you see he like takes a little step closer. Not like he's definitely doing the if I get closer, you will be reminded of the fact that I'm 7.5 feet tall and very ripped. And he sort of like does the like casual hand on hip that kind of brushes his coat back, and you see he has this fucking massive like spike-headed mace that also just sort of like magically looks like it is on fire. That is strapped to his side. He does the casual reveal.
She's like, look.
We know you're a prison guard. Of course you're armed.
I think we're all just a little bit nervous having the Baron in here by
your own logic, this is the safest place for him to be. And since at the moment I only have your word that the person in the car was how do I know this isn't one of your business cards and that you assassinated a perfectly innocent passenger
You
and
can
are
go
trying
ask
to
literally everyone else in that car. We showed up later. We walked in, the guy was already dead.
Okay, hold on. Because I have been directed and I've been told that I can do this. Gemma is going to cast suggestion and suggest that he verify our story by going into the passenger car.
Great. Can you please
Can you put me by cell 1? And
yes.
I have something I want to do as well.
Cool. Give me one moment. I've got to find my stat blocks.
Oh, I can't. Okay, that's fine. I will mark it here.
And then I need to find the text of suggestion.
You suggest a course of activity limited to a sentence or two and magically influence a creature you can see within range that can hear and understand you. Creatures that can't be charmed are immune to this effect. The suggestion must be worded in such a manner as to make the course of action sound reasonable, asking the creature to stab itself, etc. Ends the spell. The target must make a wisdom saving throw. On a failed save, it pursues the course of action you describe to the best of its ability. The suggested course of action can continue for the entire duration. If the suggested activity can be completed in a shorter time, the spell ends when the subject finishes what it was asked to do.
Okay. Gemma.
So exactly, I think what is contained in the suggestion is go into the passenger car and talk to the people there to verify our story.
Great. Gemma kind of, subtly points and whispers, and this guy turns, looks dead at her, unsheathes his mace, and goes, "Excuse me, are you trying to charm me?" Raise his hand. I need everybody to roll initiative.
God damn it all!
He's an angel. He's immune to charm effects.
I don't know. I was just told that I could do that.
I got the bad rolls out.
Maybe I read it wrong. I'm sorry.
No, you were correct. I just suspected that this guy was going to be immune and decided to let you keep going because it's funnier for me. Where did I hide my writing utensil? I have one. All right. 25 to 20.
23.
21 for Sloane.
Great. I even told myself to grab your initiative trackers out of my other bag. Did I do that? I did not. 20 to 15.
15.
15.
You have to remember to put your fake names.
15 to 10.
12.
12. Did we roll Gemma in?
Yep.
Great. What did Gemma get?
7.
Yay!
Rolling just like Gemma.
Yeah, no, that was very appropriate.
So sorry.
Cheryl, roll. Great. Let me roll for a couple of things. Delightful.
Do we all want to fly? Can we just fly?
This is
Yes.
the time to fly.
Yeah, I think so. That's what I'm gonna
Is that an action?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Stuart, you are first to act with Sloane on deck. You have this big, flame-winged dude with a fiery-headed mace.
Can you
standing in front of him.
refresh my memory? To get into this car, did somebody unlock it?
Yes,
From our side or their side?
their side.
side.
The guard unlocked it and let you in.
Did we see that he had any key or device to do that? Or
On the outside, when you approached, you saw that there was like a scan pad for like a key card or some sort of optic reader or something.
Yep.
You did not see specifically what he used internally, if he just like hand waved it or if he walked up and tapped a key card. or
During
anything
that
like that.
process, did I happen to see if it was visible, like hanging on a keychain, or if it was
Give me a luck check.
1?
You're pretty sure that he opened the door with sheer force of will and that there is no key into this card.
Okay, then.
He got a 1. I think it was the key into this card.
Losing my language early tonight. This is going to be a fun time, friends.
Okay, I am going to run across the car to cell 2,
Ah,
and I'm going to try and pick open this lock.
Okay.
Is that something that can be done as an action?
I'm going to look and see.
I'm proficient in thieves' tools.
I'm doing this like,
Don't bring me into this. I was just going to jail.
fired! No!
Sorry, I'm having to double check what it says about the doors on the inside. It tells me a lot about the doors on the outside.
I mean, they've got a. There's a guy we gotta theoretically maybe get out of jail. I would hope they would tell you.
There is no visible keyhole on any of
Okay,
these
so
doors.
I would have seen that on.
You would have seen that on the other one.
Okay.
What you do see is that there is like a big circular emblem on each of the doors. It has like the number inset into it, and surrounding the number, like engraved into this thing, is like this cool looking flame imagery that then sort of flares out like wings, and it looks an awful lot. Everyone can see this once their attention is drawn to it. It looks an awful lot like the magic that is emanating off of that mace.
Pickpocket the mace.
I'm so nice. I really should make you guys make more perception checks than I do, but
Yeah.
it's so much faster to just assume you're smart enough to notice it. Taz can see through walls, so Taz definitely saw
Taz
this.
definitely noticed. How to communicate that would have been another question. I do think it would be funny if you just ran over to Devin and Devin was like, the maze. The maze.
Devin, you would have had plenty of time to like notice this and figure it out because you've been talking to him through the window for at least 5 rounds of combat.
30, 40 seconds. I am going to run over there, and then I am going to hold my action to shoot until someone gets next to him.
I don't think that's gonna happen.
We love
friend.
it. We love a 2-road party.
It's looking at you, kid.
I didn't wear my Iron Man armor, so.
Make good choice. Oh.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Gemma's made of rocks, right?
She's not.
No.
She's not.
Yeah.
I don't know anymore. I'm sorry, Cheryl.
No, I just love this because everyone does assume she's a Genasi and she's not, and I don't think it's ever really come
I
up.
mean, again, I know nothing about this game. You could be made out of rocks and just be something else. I would never know.
That's absolutely valid. Great. That is Stuart's turn. You're holding an action to attack when somebody gets into range. That'll bring us to Sloane with Taz next of the PCs on deck.
What material is the handle of the mace made out of?
It's flaming.
Brass.
magical
It's magic
flames.
flame.
Yeah.
It metal.
It's totally gotta be brass
metal,
and
Metal?
metal,
Metal?
metal. It's
Okay.
funnier if I let it be metal.
Okay. I want to cast heat metal on the mace.
with the flaming winged angel guy. His
Great. What's my save?
This is a terrible idea. Hold
I love
on.
it. I love it. It's great.
Constitution saving throw to drop it.
Okay.
Then you gotta be a 15, which you're probably gonna do, but it's worth trying, I guess. Sorry, no flying yet, guys.
Oh.
Con save 15, you said?
Mm-hmm.
Well, he rolled a 12.
Yeah.
Nice.
You cast, and unfortunately, he's very low in the order comparatively to all your bullshit. So, he has put his hand. He's like raised his hand, and suddenly you just get like, ow! What the shit?
Sorry. He's gonna take 2d8 fire damage.
Yeah, go for it.
Okay. Oh, those are not my dice. This is my dice. And
You have this regen. It's gonna
7.
be magic.
Yeah, just 7
Every
fire
turn.
damage.
I feel really a pig for slaughter right now, even though, I was going to go for it, but...
Oh, I wasn't insinuating anything. I was just like, hey, this is out there,
just
by the
like-
way. Because you wanted to get next to him.
yeah, not insinuating anything at all.
How far away is the mace from me?
We're gonna say that he basically he was raising it, getting ready to like swing if he needed to, and it went straight down. So we're gonna say it's like right here.
Tuck and roll.
So, 12 feet.
Do you have gloves? Like welding gloves?
I'm wearing armor
Okay.
with gloves on,
Nice.
but I don't think that's gonna help. Okay.
You have to have welding gloves.
But not literally on my hands right now.
Fine.
I'm gonna
Everybody went in incognito.
fuck
and
it, we
everyone
ball. I'm
regrets
gonna
it.
run and grab the mace. And I will make a con saving throw, I guess.
So you're gonna maintain concentration on the spell for now, and you're gonna try to see if you can pass your own con save.
Oh, yeah.
I like it.
Yeah.
No, I like a shenanigan.
Just in case we need it again. Okay.
I'm gonna love it if you fail, though.
Oh, I mean, 20.
Yeah.
Really good constitution.
Yeah, you're just like ow, 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 ow. Pick up this massive looking mace.
Hello, very tall angel man. I'm sorry.
Sorry, go ahead.
Can I use my bonus action to try and figure out how this works? Or do I need an action to do that?
You can make me an Arcana check. You can take your held action because Sloan entered melee range.
Holding it.
So, but if you want to make an Arcana check to see if you know how this works.
22 to hit.
Yep.
Okay, I got a 14 and I'd like to use a bit.
Yeah.
Go for it.
Okay. Oh, I was so close.
You knocked Taz off the board.
Oh no, not Taz!
No.
And it's a D6?
I mean, I don't want to be here, actually.
It does look- I would love
Okay,
to be
yeah,
anywhere
that's
else.
nice.
I'll just be Gemma now.
What's that, 20? Dirty 20? I got a 14.
Yeah,
Yes.
that would be
Dirty
yes,
20.
yes, yes.
20, great. You look at it, you look around at the emblems on the cars, and you're immediately like, oh, touch. Like this mace is a weapon, it is also the key. When it comes into proximity, it works as the key reader.
Do you yell that?
But don't let him
I mean,
know you
technically,
know.
I think we can establish.
You do?
I was just like, my hands are burning,
That's
and
fine,
I'm
that's
looking
fine.
around, and I'm like, the mace is the key!
I'll follow. Okay, great. That's fine. I was gonna say we could deal with how I want to handle
Does-
some garbage on my turn, but
And the game of hot potato begins.
I was gonna say,
it is
The mace is the key! Shing! Arrows into his back from
yeah, I mean, probably me in a little bit here, so I'm gonna...
don't worry, I have a really bad idea.
Okay, good. I'm gonna stay there. That's it.
Great.
I also yelled, technically, we just want to talk to somebody.
He bellows back. Kastaki's a free action. Maybe you should have addressed that before we got to this point. His eyes are now like streaming flame.
I'm sorry.
Something happens in an area that you are not privy to. Taz, it's your turn.
Okay.
Everything's going so great.
Am I still blessed? Not that it matters.
You are so blessed because we are still in Celestia. However, chat, be prepared because when we get to the top of the turn order again, we are going to roll a d6 to see what plane we jump to.
Taz is gonna cast darkness,
Okay.
which canonically, thank you, Cheryl, for telling us, Gemma can see through.
Yes.
Oh, good.
Everybody is
nice.
going to have problems with this except Gemma, who can now. Taz can see through walls. Gemma can see through any kind of
Yeah.
darkness.
So Taz casts darkness and yells, "Uppies! Uppies!" It doesn't matter. You could get us up there. Gemma can choose to go up. It doesn't matter.
Where would you like to center the radius of your darkness?
I would like to center it on
our buddy?
a terrible man. He's not ugly. I don't know why I said that.
He's actually
very much
very
established that
hot.
He's very hot.
Both literally and
Our
metaphorically.
mean man.
Yeah, great. Sloan, you are in darkness. Everybody else can see this ball of darkness that is occurring. Great.
All my stuff is frozen, so that's helpful.
Yeah. You don't have it memorized? God.
Well, I can't help you with that, actually.
I was going to say, you know how often we encounter combat in this game when I'm running it, which is about once every 40 episodes.
That would require me to pick the same thing every time I build Taz.
No.
I do not. That's
seem right.
ridiculous. So she's gonna scoot into a different location so that she's not wherever she was last seen.
Smart.
Actually, preferably, she's gonna start going up the stairs. Actually,
Totally.
I think that seems like a valid thing for her to do.
Yeah, you bop around and you pop up these stairs.
Woo!
Those are little balconies. Mm-hmm. Obviously, open space in the middle. I think your darkness
It should
is tall
cover
enough that
some
it
of that.
kind of extends up into part of it. So you're you got the top of the darkness dome appearing there. But you see these 4 more doors.
Great. She will super sneak up there, and then I think that's probably about all I can do in 1 6-second turn.
Great. No, I mean that's a good turn. Do you want a bonus action hide since getting up there would just be your movement?
Oh, I guess I kind of figured I would be hidden
I mean,
by a railing or something. But
honestly, based on where you are, you're technically just hidden because the darkness is blocking you from anybody else being able to see you up there.
sure.
So-
We'll call it just a safety hide. And that'll be fine. That's it. That is mechanically my whole turn.
Just aiding the camera view. Great. That was a great turn, Taz. Now it is gonna be our buddy's turn.
I love Buddy. He's on our side, right?
Oh man, I forgot to grab the mini for that.
I mean, he was on your side. I think we've ruined that.
Oh, you just don't let me out. I'm safe in prison. Well, jail.
Oh man.
I love the brig.
This is very mean, but significantly funnier than any other choice I have. Christy, can you do me a favor? I forgot to grab a mini of the correct size. Could you, on the shelf behind you, grab me that bullet? Because he's got the correct size base.
This guy?
Yeah.
This horrible big man?
Yeah.
Oh.
Don't worry. That's not what appears.
I don't think that matters.
What appears is a Tyrannosaurus Rex.
Oh, I do like that better.
If it makes you feel any
Yeah.
better, it is still enclosed in darkness.
So we have no idea what's just happened.
What you guys hear is a horrible, crunching and popping and snapping sound, and then a roar, just a deep, guttural roar. And then we're gonna blindly attempt some attacks in a general direction. Because that's what we do in the dark. Actually, does this guy have true sight? Let me just double check.
I was gonna say, would have told you to be but I can't yell at you to be be flat, because then he'll know. Be tall.
I can't do either of those things. I just am
Fly.
probably dead.
Fly, you fools.
Sadly, he doesn't have true sight,
my
which would have
pretties.
been so convenient for me.
Nope.
Sloan, what's your AC right now?
It's real high.
30.
It's 15.
Oh. I tried to help you.
Great. Cool. Out of the darkness, you feel a wet, slobbery mouthful of sharp teeth chomp down on you. That is going to be for 33 damage.
And I'm down.
Huh?
I'm down.
Great. You're then I won't even make you make a grapple check because you're just unconscious in the mouth.
Yep.
Great. And then Stuart, what is your AC right now?
17.
Great. I'm so sorry. You are going to take 25 damage as a big saurian tail just appears out of the darkness and goes whap and slams you into the door.
I am going to go ahead and use my extra adrenaline.
Okay?
As a reaction, you negate all bludgeoning, piercing, and slashing damage from one magical or non-magical attack.
That is a very good choice.
Too bad I could not use that like warding flare and send it across the way.
Great. You are slammed against between this tail and this door of Devon's cell, but are able to push it off with this sudden surge of holy shit, we're in over our heads.
Literally, holy.
Okay?
Great.
Yeah, that's fine. I didn't get hurt. The gods favor me.
Not prepared for that. That's so good. Great. That was that was our new bestie's turn, and that's gonna bring us to Devon. If you want to try to do something
Yeah, I'm gonna
from inside the cell.
slowly pull my gator from you. Like, oh shit. And can I just barely see Jenna?
You cannot see any. The only person you can see is Stuart because there is a big blob of darkness that is blocking your vision. Otherwise,
Just out of.
yeah, because it overlaps just enough because there's little walls on the sides of where the staircases are.
Ah.
Also, to be fair, you are technically in an extra dimensional pocket, so you're not even sure if you could cast spells through this door. That would really be a major security breach if you could just cast magic through the magical.
No,
prison
I wouldn't
door.
be casting magic.
Okay, just-
But
like as a freebie, that seems like it's not going to work.
crap. Yeah, I don't think I can do anything. Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh,
But-
right, you're in the cell.
Stuart, as you are smacked up against this door, you do hear in your head, like, oh my god, Stuart, are you okay? That sounded bad. I can't see you. Are you all right? Oh shit, I can see you. You know there's a T-Rex in there, right? This is all coming through the bracelet from Gemma. As
Got it.
consciousness. Gemma, of course, being able to see through the darkness, can easily identify what this thing is.
Actually, who has the bracelet on? Is it me?
Is yours
Oh,
a
yeah.
Yeah, it's you.
Yeah.
It's you, yeah.
Oh, we gave it back to you. That's
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
Once you were out of your coma, we returned it.
Yeah.
But my evil twin brother was doing nefarious deeds.
He's probably really messing with that butter cart back on Emma's boat, pretending to be you. Great. Definitely. That brings us to Gemma.
Does it look like the T-Rex can see?
The T-Rex. Double checking. It seems like if the T-Rex were to like stretch all the way up, it might be tall enough to pop out of the dome and could see what's happening up above, which might put Taz in danger. But it is currently not doing that because it is currently bent over chomping on you. So
Yeah. Yeah.
it does not look like the T-Rex. It looks like the T-Rex is currently fully enveloped in the darkness.
Yeah. Cool. Okay. And can Gemma see the mace?
Gemma can see everything inside the darkness, yes.
Okay.
So Gemma can see that the T-Rex is holding you in its mouth and can see the mace. I'm assuming you probably dropped the mace when you went unconscious, so it's
Yes,
probably on
yeah.
the ground.
And I don't have concentration on the heat metal because I'm almost dead.
Correct.
It's fine. Okay. So I think what we're gonna do, and let me know if I can do this. Move Hex to the T-Rex because Gemma's still concentrating on that. And
I'm thinking if too much time has passed for the hex to still be up. because that was
The
cast.
Hex goes away. Well, what was Hex on?
Hex was cast in the last battle on
Yes.
that guy, but it only lasts for.
Wait,
But-
hold
but
on.
it- but
hold
when
on,
it-
wait. This might not be a thing.
Not a
because
Hex is an hour. Never mind. I was
No,
just.
no.
Let-
It
hold
goes
on.
away when the thing dies.
I don't want
So
to.
it's got to move. That's why when someone dies and they have Hex, you move it to someone else.
I'm gonna do something different.
Okay, great.
Gemma's going to go in and grab the mace and Misty step to the top of the thing.
Great.
Of
Do
the
you want to be on
elevator.
the side that Taz is or the other side?
We don't know what side the stranger is on, do we? We
Not
don't know
yet.
where the stranger is, period.
No.
No.
Okay.
We clocked that there was no one else in the cells. Well, presumably.
You know from
the bottom
your
floor.
know from your intel that the stranger is on the train. Mm-hmm. You know that there is a grumpy, green-skinned, horned creature in cell 1. You know that Devin is in cell 2. You did not check 3 or 4.
Okay.
And then you can intuit that there are 4 more up top.
I think we're just gonna get the mace out of the way, so of grabbing range. So up near cell 7, why not? Just pop up there.
Okay.
And then that's a bonus action.
Mm-hmm.
Spells, please hold. Misty Step is a second level spell. So we now have no more spells. Okay. And then Eldritch Blasts at T-Rex. 2 bolts, 1d10 each. Where's my little there? This okay. Okay. Okay, so 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 points of blasted damage.
11 points of blasting.
4 points of bludgeoning damage.
11 and 4.
Wait. Hold on. I haven't played a warlock in a little bit.
That's okay. Neither have I.
Eldritch Blast. Oh, okay. Wait, never mind.
I was to say,
19 points of blast and damage.
that did seem a little low.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, I forgot to add the other
19
stuff.
plus 4.
And then 4 bludgeoning damage.
Okay, great.
Oh, and also we get necrotic damage in there too. I don't know if that's helpful. But we're gonna do it.
Here's hoping.
Yeah, dinosaurs love necrotic damage. Little known fact.
4 points of necrotic damage.
Great. That is a good chunk. No necrotic. Didn't move hex.
Oh, shoot. Yep, you're right. Boop, boop, boop. Never mind.
23.
Facts. We Misty stepped instead. And that's it. I think.
Great. Excellent turn. That's going to bring us to the top of the order where a couple of things are going to happen, and I'd like chat to participate. I need someone in chat to either roll a d6 or just pick a number between 1 and 6 to help us decide what plane the train is going to jump to now. And then I would like somebody else to roll me or pick a number between 1 and 20 to determine whether or not the guards have been alerted to something going on in this car. This is not a true D20 roll, so don't think you can game it by just picking 20. I have a separate table that I created for this inevitability that determines what numbers have alerted the guards and what numbers you're safe on. So,
Nick, you're not rolling much in prison.
yeah. No. This is chat rolling.
Oh, okay.
No. This is audience participation, Thomas. First number I see in chat for the D6 is a 2. So that's going to be for our plane. And then we've got a 17 for our
Actually, that's what I was hoping for.
thing. So first, sorry, I have so many tables in this in this particular module, and it's really hard to get to on the digital. You all feel the train lurch a little bit, and through the skylight, Taz and Gemma, I guess, can see, because everybody else is either unconscious or it's blocked by the darkness. You can see, oh my god, a shimmering, like that rainbow sky effect that was happening on Mount Celestia gives way to the like kind of golden starlight that you saw previously in Elysium, and everyone just feels a sense of inner peace and tranquility.
Oh, gods.
Except for dinosaurs.
I'm gonna say,
Maybe?
I'm gonna let Sloane roll for this because you have a little, and Devin, I would let you roll for this because you have some knowledge of the planes and you've done some studies because of your stuff.
I am out.
You're unconscious and you don't
I
get to
can't
roll
roll.
for this. In your dying moments, you still feel a sense of peace and tranquility.
Don't go towards the light.
But it's so peaceful.
Give me like a history or an arcana, whatever's better for you, to see if you recognize what effect this has caused.
22.
22.
Arcana.
Nice.
No creature aboard the train can make an attack or cast a spell that causes damage.
Huh.
Do we all like lose the desire to fight?
Basically, you're just like vibing now.
Oh my god.
Sick.
That's the coolest way to get out of combat.
I love that.
This is there are much worse things that you could have rolled, but this is quite possibly the funniest option to roll in the middle of combat.
But that doesn't apply to machines, right?
Creature aboard the train. So anything with sentience aboard the train.
Okay.
Modrons are
The
constructs?
Modrons are constructs.
Are they here?
But he's a guard and he's
Are
going to call
they-
for them. So this doesn't work out in our favor.
He's
as
chill
much as
right
we
now.
think.
He's chill right now. Don't worry about it. It's fine.
So-
Are they on their way?
Here's the thing. You did roll a number where the alert sounds. They have not arrived yet, but the alert sounds. However, because of the plane jump to the like non-violence plane, I'm gonna say that it is an alert. It is not a like danger, I need backup alert. It shifts into a like, hey, if somebody could come over here and check out things when you get a chance, that would be really great. Thanks. So there is an alert that has gone out to the Modrons, but it doesn't seem like they're gonna be storming the car
Cool.
immediately. So this is a fun thing that has happened. That's the top of the order, which brings us to Stuart. You are vibing, man.
Cool. I'm gonna try and walk around the darkness to the other side of the T-Rex or lizard creature towards the cell.
Gemma would have told you it's a T-Rex.
Okay.
So.
Oh yeah, Jimmy did.
Oh,
It was
yeah,
T-Rex. Towards the cell I was at previously. Oh. Yeah.
Okay.
So mentally, I'm trying to just remember where
I mean,
Sloane was in my brain.
you are kind of now in the dark. You can kind of walk and put your hand up until you like kind of feel the opposite wall, so you know that you're back on the other side. You've got 5 more feet of movement. You know that that Sloane had they had run in toward the guard to grab the mace. Would have been the last place you saw them. Mm-hmm. You don't know anything else.
And
past that point.
I heard a scream and then nothing.
Yeah.
I'm assuming there was a scream.
Yeah, you probably
And
heard some,
crunching of bones and-
some general noise of pain.
In that case, I am going to then use my full movement walking the other way and then my bonus action dash to... I'm looking for Sloane.
Okay. So you've got one more to make your full movement, and then you're going to dash.
Yep.
Great. Give me a... Because, yeah, as I say, it's a good investigation with disadvantage, I was going to say. I didn't think there was a better skill. I was like, what's the skill for? You're feeling around in the dark.
What would Theo do? What would Theo be doing?
What would they be doing? What's Theo's...
Is Theo able to act in combat without me directing him?
I'm gonna need you to check your character sheet for that because I don't remember off the top of my head.
Yes, ma'am.
I would assume probably not, because I think Theo functions much like a familiar or a companion would, where you have to command them. But I would say we have granted Theo a certain amount of general sentience that he might have slithered out of your pocket and like gone looking for Gemma to try to find help or something equivalent.
I'm not seeing the homunculus.
What was your investigation?
22 with
22.
disadvantage.
Yeah, you can, you sort of, feel your way to the wall, kind of align yourself based on where you last saw it, and just kind of head that direction. You keep kind of hitting, like, T-Rex leg, and then eventually you find something that feels like armor, and you kind of are able to find hand. Maybe that's, you feel like metal snake coil around your arm, which you recognize as Theo, being like, help! It's like, oh god.
It can move and use its reaction on its own, but the only action it takes during its turn is the dodge action, unless you take a bonus action on your turn to command it.
Got it. Okay, standard, standard similar to familiar. So
Unfortunately, that's all I can do on my turn, but I know what I'm doing next time.
But you have found Sloane and Theo. Great. And Gemma has the mace. I'm saying that for my own brain. Sloane, please make me a death saving throw.
I have not had to do that in a long time. Do I just roll a... What do I roll? A
You just roll a d20.
I almost never have to make death saves.
Yeah, I know.
Okay, I got a 10.
10. Okay. You feel weirdly at peace about everything, even though you're also kind of like, ow, that hurts a lot. But it's not bothering you. That's going to bring us to Taz. Taz, you were looking over the Dome of Darkness. You saw Gemma pop up to the opposite balcony from you. Actually, before we get to your turn, you're standing where you are. You still see him. But before we get to your turn, you hear tapping coming from cell 8, like tapping on like the door or the window or whatever. You, being a rogue,
Yes.
recognize this as sort of the Morse code equivalent of Thieves' Cant.
Yes, I do.
And somebody is tapping a message that says, "Let me out, I can help."
I'm in
Now it is your
alignment,
turn.
in alignment with Taz's plan to go ahead and just start checking cells. She will go ahead and boop.
You pop around, you look into the door of this cell, and you see someone who's standing there, tapping the two fingers on the window. They're pretty close up, and they're wearing a hat that is sort of shading their face, so it's kind of hard to see. But seems to be a human. You're kind of just getting like jawline and hat shadow.
Yeah.
They do. When you kind of pop around and kind of like pop up and look, they stop tapping for a minute, and then you just get a like, hello.
Oh yeah, no, this is gonna be fully tapped out.
You can tell that they're trying to not draw attention from anything else that's going on.
No.
So, yeah.
She's like, no, good job. I would love to let you out. I've got a couple questions.
Shoot. I'm gonna let you get one question off in this round.
No, that's totally fine.
Yeah. You're proficient in Thieves' Cant.
Yeah,
You're
no,
quick.
She can do this quick. Like if she had more magic, she'd be like, yeah, magic blasts or whatever, tap, tap, tap. But she doesn't have a whole lot. Fairy lights, that'll totally help.
Yeah. Distraction.
Just throws the ball bearings.
Yes.
Says quickly. Oh, I should have had a better singular question prepared. I wasn't expecting to actually communicate with someone in this round. Da 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 da.
How much will you pay me?
Well, yeah, like, I don't know if I should go in that hard, but I mean, okay, like, because we need the help, but we also need information.
Yes.
So that's just a we need. He wants out.
I feel
And so
out
he's-
is worth 2 we needs. That's
But he could, like, if he's gonna get out and get into a fight, that's,
I don't think he's gonna get into a fight right now, though. Got some time.
you gotta know your negotiating standpoints. You gotta know where you're at so you don't go too over the top being like, and also $1 million. And they're like, go away. Yeah, she says, I can let you out. I need some information. We can talk about it after. Is that a deal?
Sure thing.
Okay. Not that she has supreme faith in that, but it's okay. Is that just counting as my full action, or?
Yeah, I'm gonna say that's if you have another quick action that you want to take. I'm gonna say that's all the communication that you're able to do.
Yeah,
in one
totally,
round.
totally.
But if you have another quick, like, you know, you want to like throw a dart down into the darkness
That
or
was
something like that.
Kind of like generically, I know a big thing is down there, so if I could just like quickly just like go over the edge and be like, pew!
yeah,
Luck. Great.
Yeah, you can kind of blind shoot an arrow. Roll with disadvantage because you're shooting into the dark.
No violence,
I don't
though,
think-
right?
Oh, that's right. No violence. I can't do anything.
you go to try to do that, and you suddenly feel like you don't want to.
Yeah, that's weird.
Yeah.
Strange.
The somewhere in the darkness, the T-Rex is T-Rexing. Devin.
T-Rexing it up. I'm just curious. I'm gonna just I'm gonna test the cell. Can I summon a psionic blade? It's not magic, I don't think.
Ooh.
So I'm curious if it appears in my hand. But while everyone's in the darkness and no one's looking, this is my chance to see.
This is a real fun edge of per D&D rules. I think they count psionics as magic, but I don't because it is a different category. It is governed by different rules in the traditional use of psionics. This is what happens when your DM learned to TTRPG playing Traveler. I'm going to say that it kind of flickers almost like it's like an old like CRT TV where one of the maybe like one of the tubes is like starting to die or whatever. So it doesn't quite feel right, but you are able to summon a psionic blade.
Okay, and then very quickly I dismiss it.
Yeah.
Okay.
It was a good test though.
Yeah. Some interference.
That's gonna be Gemma.
Gemma is
on
going
the
to...
opposite side, yes.
Can Gemma... Can Gemma get to Sloane on her full movement, or do we need to fly or something?
If flight would let you kind of hover down, or you just have to jump over the balcony, and I would let you make a acrobatics check to stick the landing and not take fall damage, because it's not that high of a drop, and it's a controlled jump, not a getting kicked off a wall.
No, we're just gonna fly. I don't feel comfy with that.
That's fair.
we're gonna go ahead and fly. Bonus action fly.
Yep.
Make sure I write that down. And she's gonna fly down and put a potion in Sloane's mouth. I don't know what potions we have.
You have a lot of...
Use this one
got
that
this one.
magically appears in Gemma's.
You also have a lot of greater healing potions, because I always do greater because it's 4d4 plus 4, so it's easy to remember.
Okay. Just do a regular one. Right? Okay.
This
but
one gives you
every
round you get
I'm
extra
already
HP.
She's already holding Scarlet
Yeah.
Minotaur.
Yeah.
Can I switch? Or
I will
no?
allow you to switch.
Okay. I will switch. And I will use boosted regen. 1d6 plus 2 HP. 5 hit points.
Keep it. It keeps going.
Keep it so
it
you remember
keeps
because it's going to keep
Okay,
going.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to turn it
Cool.
so I know it's been used.
You wake up with 5 hit points with Gemma and Stuart standing worriedly over you. Gemma making eye contact, going, "Are you okay?" And Stuart sort of like awkwardly kind of like holding your shoulder with, you know it's Stuart just because you can like sense. You can't actually see anything. You know Gemma's there because Gemma starts talking to you.
Okay. I'm fine. Everything's fine. I'm fine. I'm fine. Yep.
Yeah, okay. Sorry, I had to double check of like, who's holding the darkness?
Tis I.
Yeah. No one who's done anything that would affect concentration.
Correct.
So. Just confirming for me. Great. That was Gemma's turn. Top of the round. Chat, I need a number 1 through 6 as we play jump. It's so much funnier if I do it every round.
Well, that's insane.
This train is
why are
going
we-
so fast.
Wait,
This is like
Gemma's too
turbulence.
close now. How much movement do we have with fly? Can I fly back up
Is
there?
it your regular speed or? I think.
A flying speed of 30 feet that lasts for 10 minutes. Can we
You'd have like, 'cause coming down and over, you'd only have like 5 feet for Gemma to be able to move. And it is not your turn yet.
No.
If it makes you feel any
Sorry.
better, we rolled a 4.
Okay.
For those of you who are not in darkness right now, which is honestly it's Taz. Taz is the only one who could see this, because Devin's view is blocked from the darkness bubble. Because you are chatting with the person in cell 8, and suddenly the sky and light through the sky above turns to like flickering brimstone fire. As you have entered the 9 hells.
Of course we have.
I recognize this.
There's this flickering flame which suddenly very quickly swirls. You can tell this is like passing through layers. Like kind of like swirls and stirs, almost making this kind of lava effect above you. And then suddenly, whew, like you feel the train like drop, like an elevator, and you see snow and like ice crystals starting to swirl and whew, drops again. More ice, sleet, blizzard, whoom, drops again, darkness, whoom, pops up. You're basically getting this like elevator effect, and the light keeps like changing as it passes through the 9 layers.
I didn't realize that like the 9 hells was going to operate like Tower of Terror.
The good news for all of you is that the effect of being in the hells really only affects you if you're outside the train cars right now. So aside from this horrible dark ride effect that's happening, and the fact that you're no longer vibing, you don't get any immediate like pain effects or anything like that. So,
Yay.
good news, bad news, you can probably attack again. Can I get a number 1 through 20, please? 8. 16. The alert goes to an alarm.
Beans.
It's now the like red klaxon lights.
Yay.
I have to roll for something because this is a fun set of circumstances that kind of counteract each other. Interesting. Okay. Great. Stuart, it is your turn. You are still in darkness. You can feel Sloane sit up, so you know that Sloane is now conscious.
Perfect.
And you can sense / hear Gemma is also in your vicinity.
I'm going to pull a cultist from my bag of cultness.
Good.
Well, let's see. Let's see what I draw out of this thing. 3. I draw a thug.
Now he belongs in here. Not me.
Cool, great.
Which is in the PHB. I can look up his stats.
Yeah, you get to run his stats because he's under your control. I know, I was just looking to see what minis I had that didn't look like horrifyingly off-brand.
And that is a bonus action.
Great.
I don't know if he can attack the first right. It doesn't say. Who made this card?
Take it up with management.
Also, there's very little room for text.
There's a lot of instructions on there already.
They obey your commands until the next dawn. He's not going to last that long.
Roll him in. Just roll him into initiative. We'll just do it that way.
Okay.
This poor thug, like, oh.
8. Let me.
dark in here?
Hopefully he's making a lot of noise. What the hell's going on here?
Hey, I was so cramped up in that bag, and now I come out here and it's still dark, but at least I can stretch. What's going on?
What's going on with all this?
With that's.
Hey, yo, Vinny, you got a sandwich? I'm hungry.
Was that, you said 8?
Yeah, I'm just looking.
Cool, he gets to go before Gemma.
Yep, 8 indeed. Oh, pack tactics. And then as an action, now that I'm feeling spicy.
Nice and put him on this side of you so he doesn't have to go through people to attack.
I think that I can stab. I think that I can stab a thing.
You can, in fact, try. You will be rolling with disadvantage because you're still in the dark, and if you roll really, really badly, you will stab one of your compatriots.
I can risk that.
You can live with that.
Yeah.
You know, I also have magic missile, but I can't see.
Can't see you.
Oh. Well, okay. Time out. Can I roll this with advantage instead? It's still a 1.
You roll double ones.
I did, yeah.
Great. You are going to roll me a d6 to determine who you stab instead.
5.
Great. Roll your damage.
Does it count as sneak attack because I can't really see what I'm doing?
You rolled with disadvantage, so it's not sneak attack. Because you have to have advantage or have a companion in melee, and I'm going to say they negate each other. So
It's a D8.
lucky for the person you stabbed.
8. No, it's not 8. It's not 8. Hold on, stand by. It is 8.
It is 8. Great. You stab forward, and you hear Gemma go, Stuart! That's 8 damage to Gemma.
Oh, no.
I'm really glad it wasn't Sloan. I was kind of hoping it would be the cult thug, because that would be very funny.
Oh, what the hell's going on here?
Oh, we're in it! Oh, boy. This fight's going great, everybody. This is exactly how I planned for tonight to go. Great. Cool. That was Stuart's delightful turn, which brings us to Sloan. Sloan, at the top of your turn, add your regen, because it's your health potion keeps going, so roll for your health. Watch me remember a thing for the first time ever.
We want Sloan to live,
history.
so it's a good
I need you to live for at least like another round, because there's a fun reveal.
Sloan's fine. Sloan's depressed.
We're not going to
It needs
reveal
time.
anything. Taz is going to keep up darkness. No more reveals.
No, I do love that Taz is like, no, I'm living my life. Nobody can find
Nobody
me,
can
and
find
I'm
me.
just chatting with this dude.
Where is everyone? I'm all alone.
And then, yeah, once you've added that, just whatever you want to do. You're not feeling great. There's a T-Rex right next to you, as well as several of your friends. Stuart just stabbed Gemma, apparently. You're intuiting based on
I'm out of my
darkness around you.
mind.
Great. I think it's kind of a very quick. Sloan doesn't think about it that hard.
No, it's fine.
But they click a button on their gauntlets and slam their hands together, and it's just like this cacophonous, thunderous wave shoots out from their hands towards the T-Rex as they cast
Frost grenade?
Thunder Wave.
Oh.
Cool.
This is a very bad idea.
No, it might actually be a very great idea. If I can get to the...
With this, I can use echolocation to figure out where the T-Rex is.
I don't remember who sent us all
I
these
had
spell
that.
effects, but
Yeah.
if you're in chat,
Oh.
thank you so much.
I'm pretty sure Thunderwave was,
They need to make
regardless. You'll figure out where that came from pretty fast.
Cute.
Oh, no,
Oh, yeah.
Trying to get that.
You can directionalize it such that you do not hit any of your compatriots.
Yeah.
And I'm going to say you know where they are because you hear them all grumbling behind you.
Yeah.
And then the other side is where you can feel this giant saurian foot. Mm-hmm. So it was Red Dead Coquette. Thank you, Red Dead Coquette. I'm really getting our money's worth out of these tonight because I can't do math.
The T-Rex needs to make a Constitution saving throw.
Oh boy, howdy.
Yeah. Not a wisdom saving
Thunderous.
throw?
No, it's a con.
A thunderous.
You know nothing happens on
boom
whiz saves.
echoes through this entire cabin.
I also had to double check because technically this, this is not. So I'm like, there's technically like 2 Constitution saves kind of happening here, and I needed to double check how this is going to work. What is the
15.
15? So,
Yeah.
how much damage does that do?
Well, funny story. I also rolled double once, so it does 2 points of damage.
Great. Well, the better thing maybe, it does do 2 points of damage, but possibly the better thing it does
Yeah.
is it does break this concentration.
And it's pushed 10 feet away from me. Oh! Sorry.
We're gonna say he's like right inside. Like
You see his ass sticking out.
you see his very fit butt and his fiery wings sticking out of the edge of the darkness.
You're alive!
No. Slam him against the bars.
There are no bars.
You can't reach through. It's a solid window.
I don't have
I'm
stretchy
sorry.
arms.
So sorry.
I hate this car.
But I can.
Every car.
I hate this train.
That boom, by the way, is audible out to 300 feet.
Oh yeah, don't worry.
Okay.
They're already on their way.
Worrying.
We're fine.
Roll me a luck check because I
Oh.
think this is funny.
Mardi Gras die. 5.
5. Okay, great. Nothing happens. It would have been a beneficial thing if you'd rolled higher.
Okay.
On a low roll, just nothing changes. Great.
The vibrations just wobble the mechanics off of the car.
Great.
Just like that. Just like that.
Do I have any bonus actions, please?
This brings us to. I'm still gonna let you take like your normal turn, but I'm gonna a little bit compound your turn with the turn of the person you're talking to, who's
That sounds fine.
going to for you, so that you can have some like communication. We're gonna kind of just let you guys go on the same initiative. So you have heard this loud sonic boom. You can probably see at your angle, like the wings and maybe the tush sticking out of the darkness.
That
There is some
Angel
junk
booty.
in that truck. More specifically, you can see the wings, so you know specifically it's the guard.
yeah.
Everybody else is fully like disappeared.
She's just like getting a little bit lower. Gotta go.
Yeah. Do you want to ask another question or continue a negotiation for?
I mean, we
anything
have a
in
light
this moment?
accord, and we're out of the chill zone, so I don't know that he's going to be as amenable as he was in the previous round.
Sure.
So, I mean, it's his turn if he wants to.
He's just gonna tap again and just be like, really would love to help. Really can't do anything in here. Do you have the key?
Yeah. It looks like my companion has the key. Working on it.
The one who went into the dark?
Yeah, look. This wasn't the plan.
No, I believe you. That's his. He can't do anything until you. Get him out.
Yes,
So,
that's totally fine.
But you get the sense of like kind of like laughter from him, not like at you, but at the situation. Just
Yeah.
like, yeah, okay, this might as well happen.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. So
that's your turn.
great. Taz wants to. Oh God. Nobody can see anything anymore, and you've got the hair. What do I do with this situation?
Fireball.
Oh, if only. A fireball into my friends?
I've seen worse plans.
I can do it and have you guys pass your saves.
Nice.
Take half damage
That's true.
That would be.
or 0.
Okay. Well, I don't want to draw any attention to myself, so I don't want to attack that guy. Do I just...
Do you tell us that you found who you're looking for?
I'm debating how to do that, without alerting that guy.
You're
Unfortunately,
already doing
Taz
it. You
does
start
not.
stomping and thieves can't, and we'll hear it through.
Taz is the only one of you that does not have a means to communicate
Yeah.
silently or privately. And since we never distributed the earrings of message, Taz is kind of just stranded. Safe, because undetected, but stranded.
Right. Okay, so what she is going to do, she does kind of vaguely know that her gaggle is like on her side, basically right below her, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so she is going to scamper back down the stairs and try and be as incognito as she can, staying on this side of darkness, and just be like, Gemma, give me the thing! Gemma, give me the thing!
Great.
Will hand thing, if can hand thing.
I don't know who has thing at this point.
Gemma has the thing.
I was going to say, last I saw Gemma had thing.
Gemma has the thing. Gemma can see through the darkness. I'm going to call this a free object interaction and
Cool.
say that Gemma can hand off the mace through the darkness. And sorry, how am I? One, two, four. You've got 30 feet of movement.
Yes.
I'm gonna say that with this, I'm fudging a little bit for storytelling reasons. I'm gonna say you can kind of like lean forward off the bottom of the stairs, whisper, hands it off, and you can get back up to the top of the stairs. You can't quite get all the way to the cell door again, but you are like back up at the top.
That's
of the
fine,
stairs.
as long as I can use that as my action and
Yep.
then hide.
Yes. Yeah, you're like
my
crouching.
bonus.
You're
Just be
crouching
like,
in the top of
"Eh."
the stairwell, so even if this darkness goes away, like
Right.
you're fine. I'm gonna allow it.
Yeah. Can I just slide one? It doesn't need a response, but as she's going back up the stairs, tell me if you want the darkness off.
Sure. I'm gonna say that everybody in that vicinity heard it. It doesn't matter to Gemma, so Gemma's gonna be like, whatever.
I know Gemma doesn't care, but you know,
Yeah.
that could be released at any time. It just seemed advantageous why there was a big dinosaur in the room.
Since we are on your turn, I'm gonna say you guys can respond to that. If you want the darkness dropped, then that can be the end of your turn, as you can drop concentration.
What'd you say?
Devin's just over in his cell watching this. Like, what's happening? But Sloan and Stuart, if you would like the darkness dropped on this turn, now is the time to say it. I am going to denote that it is the guard's turn next.
Oh, it's all right. You can leave it up.
Just putting that out here.
She will just sit quietly at the top of the stairs until her next turn.
This is a really. This is a super interesting. So I have a fun predicament because the way this stat block is written, there is some nebulosity to an element that I would really need in order to make this functional. So I'm going to make a check for this guy as I look at his story mechanics real quick. What? Oh, God. This is so interesting.
After dark.
No, it's this was a thing that I looked at even before I came in here because I was trying to like preempt whatever y'all's bullshit was. But there's a really interesting component here that I never got an answer to, and I probably should have tried to look up some errata content, but I didn't. That would have been too prepped. This guard looks around, does not have his cool magical mace anymore, is kind of half in the dark. So I think he is just gonna blind charge in and try to swing at you guys. 'Cause
Oh.
He's also trying to find his weapon.
With fists?
With fists.
My.
He's gonna charge back into the darkness in this general direction.
No.
Um,
Can't see him anymore.
I do think it's funny though that he basically got just had he been turned around, he would have been able to escape, but he doesn't know that he was butt out.
yeah. He's also, I mean, he's not totally thinking straight because this really kind of jumped him. Gemma sees that he runs in swinging and through a combination of like Sloane kind of moving to feel around for whatever and just like fully misses both times. Like they're good punches, they just don't connect with anything. So that's that. That's gonna be Devon's turn.
Could have done something when I saw him,
I know.
but now I can't see him.
You cannot.
So I'm gonna hold an action until I see someone.
see that
If I
beautiful
was
booty.
holding an action, then I could have done something.
Look, getting arrested was a great move and also, unfortunately, a terrible move. That's going to bring us to our cultist thug.
He does not have blind sight, or anything.
Nope, he's just a guy. Came from a bag.
But he does have pack tactics, so I think that negates the disadvantage.
That would make it a flat roll.
So he's just gonna go in and
Try to hit this guy.
swing twice.
Okay.
He hears the grunting of someone who ran in.
Yeah, some heavy breathing from a weightlifter who's trying to punch.
All right. Could have been okay. One's a natural 20,
Sick.
so that is going to be 10.
Okay.
Wow, I don't want that. And the other one is stop.
Sorry, before you get too much further, was that
10 total.
take full damage of the first die and then roll the
Got
second.
it.
We're gonna
Got
do
it.
that roll.
6, 9, plus 2,
It's 11.
11. And then the next one is only a 12 to hit.
That will not hit. Okay. And that's gonna bring us to Gemma.
Okay, Gemma is going to use her movement to fly away, fly away.
Where would she like to?
Maybe if I go back up toward cell 7, can Gemma see the angel? If we go up there?
Gemma can see the angel from anywhere because Gemma can see through all darkness.
Great, cool. We're gonna go up and away.
Okay. Do you want to go that side, or do you want to go up to where Taz is, since you do know that Taz just asked for the key?
Oh, let's hang out with Taz. That's cute. I love that. Let's do that. And then we're gonna reapply hex to the
Yep.
guy. Can we do Cha?
Sure. You can do Cha.
Okay, so Cha, bye. And then we're going to blast him.
Pew pew.
Blast him twice. And now I get the necrotic damage. So let me get all the dice together.
Oh, I just realized something. That's fine. That's my bad. Oh, it doesn't matter.
Roller coaster.
He has dark vision in this form, but it's magical darkness, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
No, that's why it took. I was like, oh no, he could have seen. No, he still can't.
This is why
Only
Taz
Gemma.
can't see him either.
Yes, only Gemma can see through the magical darkness.
Beep, 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 beep. Oh, okay. The first one is a 24.
Hits.
And the second one is a natural 1 for a total of 9.
Does not hit.
Okay.
Goes wide, hits next to Devon's door. Nothing bad happens, it's just scary.
We're trying to include you.
Not like this.
No, thank you.
Oh. Do I have advantage because he's blinded?
No.
Okay, great, cool. Okay, so that's 8, 9, 10, 11 points of Eldritch Blast damage, 6 points of necrotic damage, 4 bludgeoning damage.
6 is 17 plus 4 is 21. Okay.
Do you need them separately, or would you like
No,
me to just...
you
Okay,
do not- I
I'll
do
just
not need
give them together next
Nope.
time.
Nope. That is fine. Thank you for giving them separately initially, because I did have to double check something. There are... She's doing magical attacks. Nothing matters.
Okay, copy
If
that.
you were doing non-magical attacks, it sometimes matters.
Cool.
Also, you
cool.
know that dude cannot be charmed. We have established this fact.
Yes.
Great. That is at the end of the round, and thank you for taking my subtle manipulation so that I can bring around this fun fact. Gemma turns and blasts and turns back around to kind of clock where Taz is.
Mm-hmm.
And Gemma, who is now up by cell 8, can see this person who is tapping in the window and immediately recognizes Dave. And that is where we are going to take our break.
Oh.
Dave!
Hang out. We'll be right back. Welcome back to Quests and Chaos. We are in the middle of combat as we work toward the finale of Affair on the Concordant Express, which is the level 9 module in keys from the Golden Vault. Our band of adventurers has made their way into the jail car where they need to locate the stranger, the mysterious convict who has the true names of some fiends from the pits that they need to procure for the Golden Vault. Unfortunately, there is also a really hot, beefy angel guard who is guarding this car, who suspicions were aroused, and we are now in the middle of an intense combat. Sloane went down, but came back up. Stuart has pulled a cultist from a bag. Devin is still trapped in a cell, unable to particularly help because of earlier shenanigans. Taz now has the Angel's mace, which serves as the key to the cells, in hands. And Gemma has just hopped up to the balcony to meet up with Taz and has turned into the cell of the mysterious figure who has been offering to Taz to help them with this combat if they will get him out, only to look straight into half of the face of Dave, the bartender from the Scholar's Quill and your de facto handler. It is the top of the order. Can somebody in chat please give me a number between 1 and 6?
Oh, gods.
What was that other one? 2?
2.
2?
2. I need 2.
I see 3. The crazy elevator effect of passing through the hells suddenly stops. You rock, everything levels out, your equilibrium feels a lot better. All of a sudden, as the rainbow swirls of Mount Celestia return.
Damn it.
Stuart, you're feeling kind of blessed.
Anyone who's good alignment is blessed?
Anyone
Yeah.
who's good alignment is blessed.
Okay.
I really should have checked my alignment.
Like, are the bad guy in this room? Who's really the...
He's technically the good guy
I
in
was
this
gonna
room.
say.
yeah.
He is
No.
definitely good aligned.
Yeah.
Unfortunately for you. Sorry, not sorry. Great. That is... Oh, let me roll to see if guards are coming. Not yet. The alerts are going, but they have not made it. Another fun part of the last one, which I can tell you now that you're out of it for the time being at least, when you're in the hells, all of the guards have to tuck into their like secure cubbies.
Because it's too dangerous.
There's too much
outside.
shit going on outside, so everybody just like tucks in. So anybody who might have been trying to get to you through the outside of the car, which is normally how the Modron guards function, had to hunker down. So that helped delay their approach. Lucky for you guys, that's Stuart's turn. It's dark. Things are bad. Or they're good.
They're blessed.
They're blessed. You're blessed.
Hashtag blessed.
Hashtag blessed. Shop.questandchaos.com. We'll sign your dice tray if you want. I don't know why you would want, but we will.
I'm going to move along the side of the wall and try and get out of this darkness.
Are you moving?
That towards that corner away from me.
As soon as you step to there, which 10 feet of your movement, you are at the base of a staircase and you are out of the darkness.
I'll just keep going up.
Great.
And then...
You run into Taz, who is holding this giant flaming magical mace and crouched at the top of the stairs.
I will bonus action dash just to get to as close to cell 5 as I can.
Great. You do past Taz and zoop.
I think that's all I'm going to do.
You hear your thug going, "Hey, where'd you go? It's so dark here."
Oh, no.
I believe that is Sloane's turn.
You're the only person there he can accidentally hit.
Yep.
No, he could move and hit the thug.
Yeah.
Okay, I just heal a little. And
Yeah, I was gonna say, make sure you roll your healing.
I did. Okay, well, do I want to do that? I feel like I don't want to do that, but I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna cast Sanctuary on myself. Can I do that? On myself?
Yeah?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Oh, wait, no, I'm not gonna do
I was gonna say, I
I'm
don't
gonna
know
do the
that
rest of my turn first.
Yes, I don't think
then-
it's worth it because the darkness is already giving disadvantage.
That's true, that's
so,
true.
might be good later,
Never
but
mind. Oh, he's so close to me and I don't like it.
yeah, but neither of you can see each other. You can just sense each other's presence.
I'm gonna try to get out of the magical darkness without getting hit, and we'll see what happens. Just, you know, this whole combat is fuck it, we ball. So I'm gonna back up until I get out of the darkness.
Cool. I was gonna say, if you don't have another plan for it, I'm gonna just make you roll for a random direction to run in because you did go down
Sure.
and come back up. But if you just want to back straight up, I will allow you to just back straight.
Yeah, I just want to back up.
Yeah. Cool.
You also heard Stuart.
Yeah, you did hear Taz, you heard Stuart, you heard Gemma, like you heard the conversation, so you do kind of have a general directionality. That's a good point. Yeah, you back up to about there, and same thing with Stuart. Like you are now kind of, you pop out of the darkness and you see this staircase.
Okay. Do I see the other staircase or just this staircase?
There are walls here.
Okay, I'm gonna go up the staircase.
You run into Taz, who's holding a giant flaming mace and is crouched at the top of the
Hey!
stairs.
Good. Okay. He doesn't have it back. Okay. I can't see anything, and
Hey, did somebody leave?
We're right behind you.
oh my
There's
god.
ventriloquism.
Yeah, there's a bunch of us over here.
There's a bunch of-
Keep pulling guys with the bag.
And just drop them down.
Drop him down there.
Oh god.
Just like, I'm just picturing you like shaking the bag over the edge of the
Like, I don't know
balcony.
how many's in here, but I want them all out. Exhibit A. I'm so sorry.
No, you're fine.
Sloane is going to take a sliver of a purple gem off of their gauntlet and put it on Sloane's, or not Sloane, on Taz's
Taz's.
face, like a beauty mark. You might need that, and cast guidance.
I feel pretty and braver, I guess. I feel more confident in my choices.
Good, you should.
Great.
And that's all I'm gonna do this turn.
Beautiful. Great. That is slow. That brings us to the dude in the cell and Taz turn. At this point, since Gemma has looked and clearly has gotten the expression of like, oh, because it's probably what it's just like, oh, tips the hat back, and now Taz, you can clearly see the face of Dave, your bartender, and also their bartender, and also everyone's bartender.
The only bartender, as far as she knows at this point.
He kind of looks at both of you and just sort of like waves, and then kind of puts his fingers back up against the glass, ready to like tap answers.
Taz taps like, why didn't you say it was you? And then just like swings the mace around to open the door.
Great. You swing the mace, you make contact with this like faceplate that has the image. The door sort of like airlock sound, you know, and pops open, unlatches.
Oh, I expected that to be much more difficult.
I was hoping it wasn't going to be much more difficult,
why I
given
gave
how
you
we're already in a
guidance.
pickle.
You're able to kind of pop this door open and look. We're calling that your action is unlocking the door.
Great.
And you see Dave. If Dave was dressed like the most stereotypical cowboy you could imagine, like boots with spurs, cowboy hat, the like sort of like native blanket poncho situation over the like vest, leather check, like the full deal. Standing there, but you also see, as he's standing here, what you could not quite see from the angle through the cell window is that there are these like spectral shackles around each wrist and each ankle that seem to like attach back to the walls. There's like slack to them as though like giving range of motion throughout the cell, but he is clearly attached still to this cell. And he just sort of nods and just goes, "Well, thank you kindly, ma'am." We're gonna say this is your turn. You hear this. Like you
That
definitely
doesn't
you see this
sound
door
like-
open, you definitely hear
Right.
this conversation. I'm gonna hand wave sightlines a little bit and say that you can now see Cowboy Dave with these like standing in the doorway of this, and he's still behind like the line at the doorway, to be clear.
Is this going to help you get out of those?
Best as I can reckon, that seems to be the key for everything around here.
Great. Taz is going to hand it to Gemma.
Gemma will take it.
Seeing as my action has already been executed, I will hand
Yeah.
that to Gemma. Sorry, Devin.
Stuart just wants to just blurt out,
I'm doing great.
Okay.
"Evil twin brother."
We were all thinking it.
Good, yes. Okay.
Yeah, great. I love it. Evil twin brother.
Sloan.
He sexually cocks one eyebrow at that. Poor Christy, I'm sorry.
I mean, that's fine. I just wasn't expecting it.
Nobody expects the evil twin brother.
That's true. I believe I have movement left.
You have movement. You know what? I'm gonna rescind what I said before. I'm gonna say that opening the door was a bonus action. I'm gonna let you have an action and a movement
Okay.
if you want it.
I mostly just want to. I can't get what I want. I want to get Devin out of the cell now that
that's
or
fair.
Continue running around. So I feel like we have a lot of people standing in one particular area. So at the very least, Taz is going to go to the opposite end, down opposite cell 5 on the other side of Stuart, if she can get there.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
Yeah, you can get all the way.
so that can be my action because my bonus will be hiding.
Great. Yeah. Yeah. You just run to the opposite side and crouch.
Yeah.
You are one with the night.
As she continues to just ramble, what the fuck you do? What did you say? Did you send us out here just knowing?
Yeah. What are we doing here? That's our guard down below. How smart is our guard down below?
Not at all very smart.
Not based on that roll.
Oh, good.
Guard down below is stressed. There's klaxons going off. There's lights flashing. He knows the lights are flashing, but he can't see them because he's stuck in the dark. He knows a bunch of you were around. He heard some of you guys moving. There's this annoying guy who keeps yelling, asking where everybody else is. That's kind of making it hard for him to hear anything. He's going to swing with his fists, which I'm having to kind of make up on the fly because I don't actually have that stat block. Great. He does land... the math game. He does land a hit as he kind of moves forward here, just swinging wildly. He is going to land a hit on your thug for 13 damage.
Oh boy.
13.
13 damage, yeah. I lied. It missed. I'm sorry. I read my dice wrong. No, he swings two. One almost connects for 13 damage, and then at the last second, the thug leans back and it grazes his chin and doesn't hit him.
Damn.
Math is hard, y'all.
Yeah.
Great. He's not having a good time in the dark, and he's real mad about it. Devin,
Yeah.
anything you want to try to do?
I'm
You just chilling?
enjoying the scenery
Great.
of my cell, not outside. It's all black out there. But
Yeah, no, it's kind of disappointing. It's way more interesting when you can see the skylight. Or the wings and the butt.
I don't miss those as much.
Well, I mean, the wings are kind of cool. The butt is a butt. That's going to bring us to the cultist with Gemma on deck.
Oh, hits for sure, and 14. Probably
He's
doesn't
at
hit.
disadvantage though, right?
He's at
no
disadvantage,
He's a
so
disadvantage.
that's even worse. That's still not bad. 21.
To hit, yeah.
So that's gonna be 6, 7, 8 points of damage.
You should bring a cultist to every fight.
You can if you have the deck of inspiration.
Shop at questandcast.com.
I really want to throw this deer carcass at him.
About the deer carcass.
Yeah,
That's it. When it was a
can.
T-Rex, I'm like, my action is going to be throwing this deer carcass into
It's
the
a
T-Rex's
dressed
mouth.
deer carcass,
Yeah.
right? So
Yes,
that's
and then
ready
he's
to go.
Yeah, no, it's ready to go.
One fireball, boom, we got dinner.
It's true.
Where's that frog man?
High heat, real
I
fast.
say
Frog
use the
legs and
fire
deer
mace,
carcass?
like give it a good sear.
Gemma.
Have any finishing salts?
I have finishing salts.
Add butter.
Gemma is gonna. Gemma does not like the way that this Dave is talking.
It certainly doesn't seem right. Usual.
So Gemma's gonna hold off on the chains real quick and is gonna turn around and cast banishment on the angel.
That is a touch spell.
Oh no, is it? No, it's not a touch.
Is it not?
It's a range of 60 feet.
Is range? Never mind.
Yeah.
You can turn around and cast banishment. on the angel.
Banishment.
Oh, right, she can see.
And then this is its plane of existence, so it gets banished to a harmless demiplane if it's successful.
Okay.
The save is charisma 16, and something happens because it's hex.
Text, I believe it has disadvantage.
Cool.
This guy's having a bad day. He was just trying to do his job, y'all.
Yeah.
Wow, I think
He's a
that's
nice
the
guy.
worst I've rolled for him. This guy, only Gemma knows that this guy just thinks.
Cool. It's not a problem.
And the thug's just down there.
I'm going to drop a fireball down in that area.
Hey, did somebody else move? Somebody else move?
I feel like Gemma would be like, well, okay, that's that problem right now.
Says nothing?
No, she would say something.
He's gone.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Sorry, Thugman.
I don't know. I don't want to.
Don't worry, we got one incoming.
Okay.
That stuff's still happening.
And
I'm gonna get that deer carcass.
yeah.
Okay. We have 1 minute. That's Gemma saying that.
Yeah.
And Gemma, hear that in Gemma's voice. I don't think Gemma cares very much. She's gonna boop the shackles and unlock the Dave look-alike evil twin guy, unless anybody says anything otherwise. Can't you do that with a bonus action?
Do you have the hammer? No.
No, I passed it to
Gemma has
Gemma.
I was handed off to Gemma because,
I was out of actions.
yeah.
Gemma was next in line.
Can you toss me the hammer?
Do you want the hammer?
I do.
Do you say that to Gemma?
Yeah. Can I have the hammer?
For what?
Devin!
Sorry, I'm mathing a math.
Okay.
Not to metagame. If we have a minute, then
Maybe we don't. Boop.
can't. We can easily get Devin out in a minute, and then that'll be resolved.
Yeah. Okay. Let's let Devin out first.
Great. Yeah.
Let's do that.
Yeah, Gemma steps toward the cowboy Dave as though she's going to, and then Seer goes, "Can I have that for a minute?" And then goes, "Oh yeah, I guess," and hands it off.
Maybe Devin.
Going in to tap and then, oh, here you go.
Perfect. And then I want to run and leap across.
We are still in initiative order. It's just gonna move quickly,
That's fine.
I believe. Oh yeah, no. The only thing we have to do is roll to see which plane we stay on.
Okay.
I'm gonna just roll this one.
Okay.
Amazing. This is highly appropriate. those of you who are up above the darkness see that suddenly the sky is replaced with the swirling stars and galaxies of the astral sea. And suddenly the entire train like glitches and pops back into Celestia.
No, I didn't see that.
Is this train not waterproof?
I don't think there's any water in the astral.
And then let me roll.
Taz certainly doesn't know.
God, my Modrons suck. Now you may run down to Devin and let him
I'm
out.
going to leap across the chasm with my second story work feature.
Directly into the darkness.
Well, and then go down the stairs and use my action, bonus action, and cunning action
Yeah.
to and movement to open the door.
Yeah. Boom. Your cell door opens. Devin, you are able to
You haven't all left me.
as you see Stuart standing there with this big ol' honkin' flaming mace. Flaming magic mace.
And we need to go back upstairs. I think.
Yeah. Yeah.
Cool.
Wait, let me grab that deer.
You pick up the deer carcass that somehow miraculously ended up on the far side of the car outside of the darkness where you could see it. It feels like it's just been like popping up
I
everywhere.
have a
that's in your
perfect
sight
memory
line.
for deer carcasses.
Yeah.
As soon as it was in the shadows, I would have got.
Yeah, I forgot about that feat you took where you can locate a deer carcass with true sight within 100 feet.
It's
That's
the only thing you can see with true sight.
And then I memorized carcass detection.
Yeah. Sloan.
Oh, I gotta heal.
Heal.
Thomas, if you had any
number
movement
every
left to
time.
get
No,
yourself back up,
I
you can.
used
Okay.
it all up getting there.
Great.
Used it all up.
I only kind of did the math. I just was like, yeah, that seems right.
Okay. Sloane's gonna go a little further towards Gemma and go, Dave?
The cowboy looks at you and just sort of like gives you like a half grin.
Actually, like Dave.
David, yes, that is one of many names that I go by.
Not the same guy.
Yeah, do you run a bar called the Scholar's Quill?
I've worked at many bars in my life, sugar.
That's not an answer.
I believe that was an answer to the question you asked. Would you all care to be, let me out? I'm far more useful when these things are not attached.
You said you were gonna give us some information if we let you out.
Well, what sort of information would you like, huh?
We need names.
Maybe we don't need to yell this bit.
I mean, the only person who's gonna hear is the thug and anybody who's in the other cells.
He's a,
Yeah, we don't know who's in
he's
the
a
other cells.
spec-
Perhaps the actual guy we need to get instead of fake Dave.
Dollar Store Dave.
Dollar Store Dave.
Oh.
All right, so you're looking to trade information of names in exchange for my release. I think we could work something out. What sorts of names are y'all looking for?
I do not have the
Uh,
name of.
I wrote it down, but I can't read my own handwriting.
Camrose, Urtal,
The Pit Fiend Canveros.
Not gonna lie, I was gonna rely on Cheryl for
Have
these
you-
notes.
I really did write them down in my blue notebook, but then my blue notebook got put in a box and I can't find it.
I got
No.
air talk, hexalanthe, and quote the other guy.
The Baylor Urtok. Hexalanthus Thor something or other.
You guys are really close. Yeah, a pit fiend named as commonly known as Karnos, a Baylor called Urtok, and a Merilith known as Hexalanthe.
Oh, just three. Okay.
Those were the only three that you were specifically asked to get.
I got one of the names right. Ish.
Yeah, no, you were.
So quietly saying that, you know, so that the other prisoners can't hear.
Oh, I'm plugging my ears if we're asking that.
How are we gonna verify this isn't just him saying the first names that pops in his head?
If I'm up there, oh,
I'm gonna because you guys have a minute. I'm saying that you guys all.
Great.
I am tracking a certain amount of like how many rounds everything is taking, because dude is gonna pop back in
Yeah.
at the end of it.
He does return to the same location from where he disappeared, though, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, so
Taz,
he will pop back into the dark.
Taz is still concentrating on darkness.
Yeah. As long as your Thugman does not move and cause problems by being in the space that he was in. But so far, Thugman is just yelling a lot.
Yeah.
Sounds like he's
Swinging.
kind of stumbling around, swinging. Gotta find you eventually.
Yeah, 10 minutes. We're good.
Oh yeah, no, you are well fine.
I couldn't remember. I knew it wasn't an hour. That would be too luxurious.
No, 10 minutes easy for the purposes of this.
Yeah.
So you just you're going to quietly say these are the names that you're looking for.
And I'm gonna start using detect thoughts on him.
Yeah.
Good.
Cool. You start your detect thoughts and immediately get a headache. Take 2 points of psychic damage.
Okay,
Oh no.
that's fine.
I mean,
You
that's
have-
a good way to verify that he is very much up to hinky business.
You have probably run into this before, Devin. Probably during your time in the Astral Sea when you were first learning this. You know that this means that he has either a spell or an object that is shielding him from having his thoughts detected.
I check for jewelry.
Make me a perception check. With advantage, because you know what you're looking for.
30.
You immediately just look and point at his hand, because he's kind of got his hands like up. You know, he's doing the very friendly, like, I am not a threat. You immediately just point at a ring he's wearing. It is a ring of mind shielding.
Yeah. Isn't it just temporarily, if you don't mind?
No, I do in fact mind. If we're going to be negotiating, I'm not going to have you be taking my personal property off of my person, especially when I am still rendered so utterly helpless. As, you know, I could be helpless enough to not be able to help you if we're going to be playing
I'll
that
put it
game.
in your hand. As a sign of good faith, would you take it off?
All right.
Well, that's
Well, it doesn't work if it's not on, right? I know.
Oh, it's definitely still working.
working.
It's super attuned to him. But he kind of grins at you a little bit. It's like, good faith then, yeah?
okay.
Anyway, we're here from, well, a gentleman who looks exactly like you who runs a bar, and
Ah,
from
no wonder y'all are so confused. I understand now. Apologies. I didn't realize anybody who knew that particular form would be showing up here. I thought this one would be particularly safe.
anyway, yeah. I don't know. Okay. Anyway, okay.
I've got cough drops in my bag, if that would be of use.
I can't do this anymore. Okay. Show.
Are you sure?
Yes,
Sean?
Sloan, I know what I'm doing.
I don't mean to be a party pooper, but it does seem to me the time is of the essence here.
Anyway, we just need these names for these fiends or whatever, but they're for very good purposes, I believe.
I will cast a zone of truth.
Oh, that's fun.
That would be
And
really
can
helpful if it works.
Gemma moves the hex onto him for charisma.
I'm gonna go ahead and let y'all right now that if y'all are planning to do any sort of shenanigan spell casting, I'm gonna be far less inclined to give you the real information you're looking for. All I would like is to get off of this train, which I think we are all agreed upon would be the best possible outcome for everyone. I'm more than happy to give you some names if you are looking for them. I know quite a few.
We asked for names. We're gonna get some names. It's not our job to know if they're the right ones.
Yes, as this is occurring potentially. If Taz could just check cell 5, see if there's anybody else that looks like, I don't know, a dirty dealer in there.
You peep your into cell 5. It is empty.
Great. I don't know how much time we got on this. As many cells as Taz could check, just run down. No, we already know that.
If you want to just book it and be
Blitz
like
around. I
blitzing
just want
around.
to confirm if this is the only guy that looks like a dollar store Dave.
Diet Dave.
Hee-haw Dave.
I'm gonna
Sarsaparilla Dave.
I'm gonna say that you've been doing this over the last couple of rounds.
Great.
there is this guy. There is Grumpy McGee in cell 1.
Yeah.
I have to go in order. In cell 3, you see like a weird looking stick that's kind of glowing that is like locked up in there.
I love him.
Can we keep him?
He's probably the worst of the worst down here. Don't be like, well, we're here to see the stranger. Like that guy is like who's messed
literally,
up.
it's like a little short, sort of like halfway between like a billy club and like a ceremonial scepter. It's just kind of glowing slightly. It's just sitting on a bench in there.
Pure evil.
If you're running around with the mace, you can also open any of these doors if you so choose.
I wouldn't recommend it.
I don't. She doesn't have the mace.
Great, yeah,
She's
but
left
you
it up there with him to decide about
in
shackles.
cell 4, you do spot one other person. This is not the correct model. This is the correct model, but I can't get it to balance on its stand. So just for reference, this is what's in there. It's a like, you know, kind of pretty androgynous winged creature who is like kicking back, reading a book. Kind of looks up, like clearly has been aware that there's a fight going on,
Yeah.
but like doesn't, and so just kind of like looks up when you kind of pop in, just sort of like waves a little bit.
She goes, so
They're reading a paperback romance novel.
Cute.
friends.
Just to continue the runaround, you pop up to the other side. 6 is empty. 7, there is a Modron that is like Roombaing up against the wall, like it is stuck in some sort of cleaning cycle. And has gotten stuck there. That is it for the contents of the cells.
If I happen to bump into Thug along my wall climbing along that one side, I would try and pull him out of the darkness with me. If I don't, I don't.
I'm gonna say you can grab him because I think that's hilarious.
Just be like, oh, sorry, Mr. Thuggerist cult guy. Sorry about that.
Oh, great. You bring him with you.
Great.
So in the meantime, this has happened over the course of a few rounds while conversation has been.
So once Taz returns up, she's like, just do it. Just do it.
All right. Urtak. What is it?
The Baylor.
The Baylor.
Urtak the Baylor. His true name is Arloth Gthua-Ka. As he speaks this, it's sort of like there's this kind of like rumbling resonance. You almost get like the reverb effect that just kind of naturally comes as he speaks this.
This is like how we pronounce your name, Baron. What is it?
Baron
Baron.
Delone Balfla.
It's basically the same.
Balfla. Hexalanthe the
I got Hexalant.
Maryland.
Gavin is covering
Merlin.
his ears not to hear these horrible names.
Excellent. Well, that would be, and you all just like, you don't so much hear as feel this like sense of like rhythmic chants as he sort of does this like you know, weird, very specific set of hand gestures, and you kind of
Keen mind.
feel this chant in your chest.
Nice. I could probably keen mind that.
Crap, does that mean I hear that one?
You feel that one
Oh,
more
poop.
specifically.
I mean, you can close your eyes.
Yes, you have keen mind.
I wasn't ready for
you
it.
definitely can
Caught me
retain
off
all
guard.
of
I was like,
these.
how are we gonna remember that? Oh, I have keen mind.
If
You
it's
can
like
absolutely roll these.
like if you're watching a scary movie and you know something is about to happen, like it starts, you can just, oh no,
Yeah.
it's gonna be scary. So
Yeah.
you might have caught the
Gonna be
start, but you didn't
scary.
hear the whole thing
Yeah.
or see the whole thing.
Yeah.
As long as I don't know all the names, I'll be more
Yeah.
safe.
Carnos.
Carnos.
Now I look away and cover my ears.
The Pit Fiend.
So I just want to be clear, once I tell you this one, you are gonna be...
Yep.
I got one more question.
Sure thing.
Well,
And I'm happy to add any sort of incentive or anything that you might want. It's negotiable. But I do have one more question if we have time.
Why don't you go ahead and give me all your questions now, since I'm loath to give you the last piece of information before I know I'm at least partially unlocked. Since there's nothing to stop you all from walking away with your information, leaving me here, and well, you're gonna be in a bad position knowing these names as much as I am, but I'm gonna be in a worse position if I'm still here.
Gonna grab the hammer and open his legs.
Okay. Grab the mace, you pop his legs off.
I'm fully intending to. I don't go back on a deal ever. That's not a thing that I do.
I believe you. What's the other question?
Do you know anything about a Theodorus Silverbeard? Anything about his whereabouts?
Currently?
Currently.
No. Haven't talked to Theodorus in years.
You know Theo?
Oh, yeah, we go way back. I go way back with a lot of folks. You don't live as long as I have and avoid getting caught as long as I have without knowing the best of the best.
Yeah.
I know a few other folks that you might be interested in. And he, like, looks and, like, makes specific eye contact with each one of you. As he makes eye contact with Gemma, you see Gemma, like, essentially, like, reaching for some magic. Like, ready to do something.
Okay.
Well, let's get that last name and get to get.
Yeah,
We can have
that
a
wasn't
discussion.
helpful at all, but thank you. I'm glad
Later.
you know. Okay.
we-
yeah, Carnos.
Conros's true name is...
Series of
It
growls.
specifically says a series of guttural growls and grimaces followed by a sound like a popping balloon.
Aw.
Is what is written in
And then,
the...
I mean, just since we're here, like, I don't think we've seen Priscilla in a while.
Oh yeah, where's Priscilla?
You're looking for the tiger girl?
Yeah.
Oh,
The tiger girl?
you're in worse over your
Lady
head than I
Tiger.
thought, children. Now, how about it?
Do it.
Do it. All right, let's GTFO.
A sequence of things all happen
Yep.
simultaneously because that's how this game works. I have to make sure that I find that correct sequence of things. Wow, I know this information is in here, and it has completely gone. Great. You release the shackles on knockoff Cowboy Dave's, aka the Stranger's, wrists. At the same moment that this happens, you hear the like pop of the banishment ending. And or Gemma just goes, "Time's up." You are now all up out of here. You hear some sort of like you basically hear like, "God damn it! Why is this fucking darkness still here?" Coming from downstairs as he pops back into the middle of the room. All of you are up here. Your cultist thug is up here, and you now have the stranger with you.
So we don't really have an escape plan, do we?
Well,
Might I suggest that if we can get outside of this train car,
Yeah.
there are a myriad of better options
Yeah.
than staying inside.
I mean, I don't know that we love the splitting up idea, but at least half that way, getting down the stairs.
Okay.
I would make a proposition. There is a skylight, which is currently out of sight of our friend there.
True.
Wait. Hold on. I got something for this. Sloan's gonna take out what looks like a box of Tic Tacs, and the Tic Tacs have little wings on them. And they're gonna shake the Tic Tacs out and count out. How many people? Like 1, 2, 3. Gemma's already flying. 1,
leave the
2,
thought
3,
out.
4, 5, 6 Tic Tacs, which empties the container. They throw it over their shoulder and they give one Tic Tac to everybody. Bottoms up! And everybody can fly.
Taz pulls out a little mirror. Yeah, I mean, I was concerned about what was up on the roof, seeing as that's how Devin got arrested.
Roofs are
But I
very
guess we don't
safe.
care about that right now.
By the way, I cast extra, or I used the
Yes.
extra flight card
Yes.
from the Deck of Inspiration. Go get yours at shop.questandchaos.com.
Beautiful. Thank you so much. You all are flying. You can all reach this skylight. The stranger goes, I'm sorry to say I can't really help you with any sort of pentadrones. I'm just going to say if you have any means by which you might be able to teleport or plane shift, now might be the time to prepare them. Also, cover your eyes. Sometimes this gets a little unpleasant. And he lifts his hands, spins them together. You see some sort of like magical effect from his hands, and he throws it into the skylight. and shatters it on a nat 20.
Yay!
Wowie.
My eyes.
Taz leans
I
over
wasn't
to
expecting to roll that good. That was delightful.
Taz leans over to Gemma and is like, I get it now.
Gemma goes, that's not Dave.
She's like,
Wrinkling her nose a little bit. Like,
Glass rains down on the.
yeah, glass rains down. You hear from below the darkness, what the fuck, man?
Sorry.
The thug can fly too, by the way.
The thug could come with us. He's part of our friendship now.
Like, hey, why am I off the ground? What's happening? Is this normal? Is this supposed to be normal? That was a weird mint, lady.
Not a lady, but thank you.
Sorry, that was my
I
bad.
do look very pretty.
You are very attractive, and my bias has got the better of me.
That's
He said,
all right.
lady is like dude. You just, it's,
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
gender agnostic.
Yeah, it's like, lady, I'm walking here.
Yeah.
Yeah. Still, my apologies. Did not mean to offend. Holy shit, I'm off the ground.
Yep, just think and then you go.
You all are able to get up onto the roof of this car. Currently, Devin, you haven't got to roll many dice. Roll me a luck check.
Rubble.
You were the one who got yourself into this mess with the.
Yeah, you have to get
I'm
all of us
great
out
at
of
luck
it.
checks for this. We're surrounded.
Take the Scarlet Minotaur.
Oh, 13.
Okay.
Lucky 13.
Lucky 13. There are currently no Modrons on the top of this car.
Just in case.
I mean, there were, but one got blasted away.
It looks like some might be on other cars and are going to spot you and come this way, but currently there are none on the car that you are on.
That's all we need. I'm pretty sure.
We're on a nice plane, right?
You're currently in Mount Celestia?
Yeah.
You're still in Mount Celestia. Stewart is blessed, for whatever that matters. The stranger is going to look at you all and be like, well, it's been a pleasure doing business with you, and if anybody ever should care to do business again, I'd be mighty happy to come around, but don't go trying to look me up. Thank you all. Yes?
How do we get a hold of you if we want to do business?
You'll figure it out, sugar. He tips his hat and disappears as he, like, throws himself backward off the train and just poofs.
Well.
Okay, that was cool.
I mean, that is
I'm
one
just
way
going to
out.
add a little fun comment. Just a little.
Yeah, go for it. Go for it.
He looks in his pocket and finds a card from Taz that says lose my number.
Yeah, as he's flying backwards off the train to get out of the radius of the train, he reaches and looks. He just looks and just gives you the little like, "I got you."
So like, haha, and flips him off.
Yeah, he flings the card off into the ether as he
Good.
vanishes.
Yeah.
Great, you guys.
Fuck.
We're done. We're good. We just gotta go home.
Are you sure you don't want to get any gold or anything?
Gemma's like, I want treasure.
I mean, I want treasure too. How are we look clocking Modrons? Do we got a minute?
Where is the treasure?
We go toward
The treasure's gonna be in the engine car because
yeah,
that's
which
how
is
they.
The next
Yeah.
car.
Gemma just goes. Gemma
I'm
is
gonna follow
Gemma's running
Gemma.
across to the
Following
engine
Gemma.
car.
Great. Let's
My
do
arms
it.
are already full with this carcass.
You've won your treasure.
Yeah.
Think of all the bone broth you can make for your next butter batch. Taz doesn't know anything about making butter.
Butter match? Question mark. Deer flavored butter. Get on it. It's a thing.
I don't know.
Butter
You can
flavored
do
deer.
stuff.
You can do fat washed butter cocktails using the like, you know, venison bacon or something.
Yeah, something like
We'll
that.
talk in the after dark about deer plus butter recipes.
Your favorite deer and butter recipes.
He killed Tom.
Y'all have been spotted. Modrons are absolutely coming for you.
Cast grease.
Yes. Actually,
They're flying!
that's what I was gonna do.
Yeah,
Great.
that's
I
fine.
don't actually own grease.
I
don't
do
think.
have grease, and
Yeah,
Sloan
Sloan
is gonna
does.
cast grease all over the train car behind us.
They're
Cool.
flying!
You don't know.
Some are fun. They gotta
Some
land.
are, some are not.
Gemma just blazes the way. This is because Cheryl and I already had this conversation before today. Gemma just blazes the way, pops down, yanks open the door of the engine car, looks inside. There are two monodrones that are just like alternate, like very like hi-ho alternating, just shoveling piles of gold coins and gems and shit into the furnace. There's like these carts and such that you can see that are full of loot. So there's two of these guys. Hang on, I think I have some things.
I mean, I don't need a deer carcass that bad.
And then there is a...
I think the gold might be worth more.
I'm surprised I didn't get one for this. I didn't get a card for this accent.
And there's a shield.
In punishment.
Sean Connery. I think we all
Look, I forgot about the DUI until tonight. I couldn't put them all on you this episode. That would be mean. There's two guys shoveling, and then there is one much more massive. I don't have the right mini for it because I forgot about this car. My bad. One more like big massive, looks like kind of like a giant suit of armor. Is not that suit of armor. It's definitely a Modron of some sort that is standing there to clearly guard the cart. You all enter in. I think... knowing the way you guys go, Gemma probably just grabs the briefcase from you and starts grabbing treasure.
Okay. I mean, I can hold it if you want to shovel.
This creature is going to be like, intruders, intruders, and is going to raise its arms and put its hands together and cast a spell, because this is its like immediate defense mechanism.
Do I want to counterspell that?
You might want
I want
to.
to counterspell that.
Great. I need you to roll for it. It is above 3rd level.
Okay. What do I do? Do I roll a d20?
You roll a d20. Your save is
Save DC is 16. Spell attack is 8. Fire is 4.
God, I always screw up.
D20 plus cha.
What you need is 10 plus the spell's level to end it. I'm gonna double check. I don't know why this is like the one thing that does not stick in my brain and I have to look up every time. Because I understand it in principle, but not in effect.
Gemma roll.
Oh, I'm sorry. I have to make a constitution saving throw. D20 plus cha. Yeah.
Yeah. It's 14.
This guy tries to put you all to sleep and absolutely Sloan goes, nope!
Gemma
Gemma
does
goes,
that.
nope.
Yeah.
Sorry, you're right.
No, that's okay.
Gemma just looks and goes, no.
No, thank you.
No, thank you. It does not happen. Can you do
I
anything
wish
else?
I had counterspell.
I mean, that was his initial turn. How long do you guys want to spend grabbing treasure?
I'm looking for my card to get out of here. Or how do we leave?
We just jump off the train.
Everybody roll me a history check with advantage.
Including Gemma?
Including Gemma. Not the thug. The thug would have no context for this.
Dirty 20.
15.
15.
Much better 20.
18.
Natural 20 for Sloan and 19 for Gemma.
Taz, Sloan, and Gemma first, and probably you guys almost immediately thereafter. Suddenly you're like, how do we get off this? You did just see that the stranger had to like jump off the train and get outside that sort of like barrier to bypass whatever the like teleportation rule is.
Yeah.
This also tells you that the Elitha detective either has some sort of inherent bypass or, as you predicted, may have just gone invisible to avoid the fight, right? You all nearly simultaneously, though, suddenly you're like, wait a minute. You reach into the briefcase and you pull out the massive backlog of fucking Golden Vault touch cards
Yeah!
that you have accumulated from all of these trips where you have been handed something and been like, touch this to get back.
Nice. Everybody gets one.
I'm gonna run and jump off this train.
Cool.
I'm here as long as Gemma's here. So,
Yeah. I mean,
Cheryl, roll me a d20 if you're still in chat.
I mean, I need seed money.
Oh yeah, we're
Really bad.
really just shoveling until we can't shovel or someone tries to.
Yeah. Everybody,
Stop
This
us.
thing is
everybody
still
go ahead and
here?
roll me a d20. If you want to stay and like actually hunt for treasure, do that. If you just want a GTFO, I will just let you roll for some random gold that you grabbed on the way out.
Yeah. I'm just looking for gems and out.
Yeah, you just like grab a couple handfuls, stuff it in your pockets, and are like, peace, done.
13.
13,
18.
18,
10.
10, and a 4 from Gemma. Great. Cool. You guys take not very long, less than a minute probably. You hear some Benny Hill theme songs playing from the Modrons as they slip on the grease and are struggling to recover. You stuff your pockets. The Modrons that are in here are like starting to like panic and freak out and are trying to like activate programming, but we're not prepared to get rushed by a bunch of like psychopaths. You fill your pockets, the briefcase, whatever, run to the back of the train, leap off the edge into the glorious Studio Ghibli, environs of Mount Celestia. And as soon as you can sense it, because there's like this moment of almost like that feather fall sort of free fall where it's like, oh, this is beautiful, this is lovely. And suddenly you're like, oh shit, I'm falling, as you exit the train's sort of protective aura and illusory aura. You all slap your business cards. And now the moment everyone's been waiting for. Con saves to see who throws up.
I mean, we can fly.
We're
though.
also flying.
Oh,
We can fly. I mean,
then the free fall probably isn't that bad, honestly.
I don't know.
mean, the view's
There's a lot of extra gold happening.
Yeah,
right
you
now,
are
so
much more
we're-
encumbered now.
I'm doubled my weight.
I feel
Oh,
like I had
Taz
time
definitely-
to pick up the carcass. Did I have time to pick up the carcass?
Yeah, you absolutely had.
Okay.
You have. You
Leave
have
no evidence.
You have carcass sense. You absolutely had time to pick up the carcass.
I think we would, if we left a carcass, that would actually be a great mystery on the train.
Ignatius Ingplot, where are you at?
Where solve it,
And
buddy.
now I must explain to you how the deer carcass reveals the true murderer.
He's a hack.
Where do you all want to appear? What is your like destination reveal point on the business cards?
Would it be in the tavern?
I think so. Dave's bar.
Yeah, I guess so.
You all boom, 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 appear in the Scholar's Quill. A group of very sleep-deprived looking students all kind of like turn from their table and like hiss at you just like reflexively and then realize you're like fine and then just go back to their coffee and their textbooks as you all just kind of appear.
I got a 9 on my con save.
Oh yeah, I'm Ralphing all over the bar.
Yeah, no. There is not.
Yeah, it sounds like
Oh, I for the first time throw up in a long time.
So we all just pop in
Congrats.
and just start vomiting.
this is the
All the grad students are like, yeah.
to be fair, this is probably the most obscene use of this card you've ever had to do. I don't think you've ever had to use these to planar travel before. You've just been jumping around within the material plane. Maybe once before you were interplanar. You guys,
Wait, I forgot to roll for Gemma.
yeah.
Oh, Gemma's fine.
No, yeah, Gemma
Yeah.
lands is just like, ooh.
17.
Yeah, no, Gemma's fine. Everybody else just immediately horking on the floor.
I fly to a wastebasket.
Yeah.
I fly to a
I'm
waste
sort
basket.
towards a
Amazing.
Vomiting as you go.
It's fine.
Raining down from the heavens.
Oh. Okay. No noises, please. Thank you.
You all have arrived safely back. Safely back? Safely back.
Mostly.
Mostly safely.
You
Technically
are back
safely.
at the bar with pockets and briefcases full of treasure and these names committed to Sloane's memory and probably several people's notebooks.
I can't read it.
Yeah, Taz cannot spell, so that's
Yeah.
not gonna be coherent.
You do know, just from warnings you were given, that the fact that you have been told these names, like even if you don't remember them, the fact that you have heard these names at all is not great. It does paint a certain amount of a target on your back if the owners of these names should ever find out that you have heard them.
Hopefully, our alternative identities did the work they were supposed to do.
What's the one that I actually heard?
You heard all of them. You did not have magical protections to prevent you from being able to hear these. Nice try, though. The one that you definitely got was the Merilith. That was the one that you could like feel in your chest. But you have technically succeeded on procuring these. Additionally, Stuart, you have 2 amethysts worth 100 gold each.
Ooh.
And do this differently. Let me do this differently. And 45 gold from your quick grab. Math. Taz, you have 550 gold and 2 greater potions of healing that you grabbed from the pile. These dice are doing a thing.
Bless you.
Thank you.
Oh, that was the third one. You weren't supposed to get it.
Sloane,
Okay.
you have 660 gold and a suit of mithril chainmail.
Whoa!
You rolled the highest on that random
Nice
roll.
grab.
So that's what you got scooped into your...
I'm gonna tinker with that. That's gonna be my armor now. I think I can wear that.
Sorry, I'm having to do math here because I'm rolling D100s. Devin, you have 980 gold.
Nice.
And Gemma has an additional 420 gold.
Okay.
That's a lot of butter.
Think of all the
Stuart, you also find that you have a gilded mind flayer skull. It's worth 150 gold.
Okay. That's going in a.
Did we get the detective?
Oh,
No, unfortunately.
Do we have to solve the detective's murder now?
That'll be the. Let me know in the comments on YouTube later this week if you guys want a special homebrewed bonus episode where they have to solve the detective's murder after we finish the book. Great. You're here. That is your treasure. As you all kind of recover yourselves, the door to the back room opens and Dave pops out in his normal looking, like the shaved side part with all the like weird tattoos and things kind of visible on the one side. He's wearing his normal like button up shirt all rolled up and things like that. And he walks out and he's just like, "Oh shit, you guys look terrible. Are you okay?"
Do you have an evil brother?
Oh, okay.
All right, that's all I needed to know. Thank you.
So I take it you got the information.
yep.
Well, shit. I mean, not shit that you got the information, but I was kind of hoping that maybe he was not still looking like me. Okay, that's great.
Yep, definitely still looking at like you, and it's not fun.
Nope.
I mean, it was a little fun.
It was annoying.
Did he make you do anything weird?
No. I mean, we got into an unnecessary fight because the guard at the cell was a little bit much. But
Whom we did not kill. I want it to be known that we did not kill that guy.
I'm just reading between the lines here and assuming that there is an implication that you did not kill that guy, which means possibly...
No,
he was lightly accusing us of a different murder that we also didn't do, and also I mean, it
was a murder
The
on
other
the
one was
train.
in self-defense.
Right. Well, yeah, because there was a frog guy and it started attacking us.
yeah.
That one we
Steel.
killed.
Yeah, the guy
Yeah.
who's from Steel.
We might have a steel problem.
Fuck me. Okay, everybody come to the back and we'll, I guess, talk about some stuff.
Does anyone have prestidigitation?
Stuart's doing it as he walks.
Yeah, left, right.
In front of him so he doesn't
Yeah.
step on anything.
You guys are cleaning up, and as
Can you get? I got.
All your,
Squeeze
all,
into one cube.
as you are walking into the back room, Dave suddenly kind of turns and looks behind, and then waves you all in. And as you get to the door, Devin, he puts a hand up to you and points, goes, I think you might want to take that one. You turn around and you look at the front door of the bar, and you see a little black and white rabbit.
Oh. I didn't sense you come in.
Hyacinth hops over to you and sort of like sits up on hind legs like he sometimes does, and kind of like looks at you, and you see he's holding something in his mouth.
Okay.
Did you?
Yeah.
You open it, you see it is your train ticket from the Concordant Express.
Did I leave this?
You hear inside your head, if you wanted to go, you could have just called.
This was for a mission.
Are you still working for them?
Yeah. Shouldn't I be?
If that's what you want.
Well, I think I want to get some camels.
I could help with that. Do you like galactic camels? Let's talk. Hyacinth just like kind of running start like scurries up you until he gets up onto your shoulder. And is ready to take you back to the Astral Sea. If that's where you want to go.
I don't know. So I don't have to be working for them?
No, you've never had to work for them.
Oh.
Why would someone as powerful as you be working for them?
Awful?
Oh, we've got a lot to talk about.
Well, yeah, let's go talk.
As you all kind of enter the back room, you turn to look and you just see the last vestiges of glittering starlight as Devin disappears.
What about the camel butter?
And that is where we will end tonight's episode. That is not how that was planned or intended to go, but it's significantly funnier than anything else I could have dreamed up in advance. That's for sure. Thank you all for joining us for this module of Keys from the Golden Paul. This has been Affair on the Concordant Express. Boy, howdy, this is the worst train heist I've ever run. But, you know, nobody died except for that guy who got severely murdered back in the last episode. Upcoming schedule for the rest of this month and into the next. We have the Great Dane Society, our Call of Cthulhu campaign on Saturdays at 6 p.m. We will be back here with more Golden Vault next Monday at 7 p.m. And keep an eye on our Discord and our socials. We are going to have some fun alternate programming over the summer on Saturdays and Mondays. Saturdays while GDS is off for a little bit, and then on Mondays once Golden Vault is finished. So keep an eye out there. A bunch of us play and stream with other groups, so if you want to follow us in other locations, again, hit our Discord and we'll tell you all about all of the things. If you could support Quests and Chaos by leaving a comment on one of your favorite videos on YouTube, joining us on Patreon, and just telling people about us, that would be much appreciated. We are going to go into an After Dark where Christy is going to yell at me, and people can ask questions about what this module was like. And I will probably reveal some stuff about how this module was supposed to go, both per the book and per my plans. But thank you all, as always, for joining us. We really appreciate everyone. If you're a patron, hit us up on YouTube for that After Dark, and we will see you all next time. Good night.